Lance, Nick, ready? Can you hear me? Welcome to the Live Free and Hunt podcast. All right, here we go.
All right, guys.
Live Free and Hunt podcast. What you gonna do about it?
The mics are hot.
Everything's hot.
Yeah.
Except us. We're fucking cold. In my basement.
Basement life.
Yeah, in the basement of Tyler's house.
You might hear the furnace running.
Every now and then.
Only
Kicks on.
40 degrees.
But yeah, we had a stellar of a year, I'd say.
Wasn't too bad.
Start off
with the beginning.
with turkey season. Or do you want to start off with scouting?
Some stuff.
You
But
thought-
Pretty much the wrong spot.
we scouted up.
late season.
Yeah, we found out where they're all crowded up in the winter, where the deeper snow was.
Yeah, and we didn't ever hunt there.
Yeah, we finally got snow. Probably last week of hunt season. Didn't make anything happen.
A
Couple of those.
It fucking sucked. Crunchy snow.
Yeah, crunchy snow
No,
everywhere.
we'll start off with turkey season.
Yeah, so we'll just skip right ahead. Turkey season. Yeah, you're right.
What happened during turkey season there, Nick?
You
Nothing?
killed it at the beginning of turkey season.
No. Youth weekend first, bud.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Youth
Took out the
weekend.
boy for the first time.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Ethan.
First
Ethan
day.
went out. First
That-
day.
Saturday, right?
Was that the first day?
Saturday was the first day.
because we took him out twice.
Yeah.
That's right. You had no one to take out, Ty. Must have been busy.
Super busy.
Super busy slaying toms.
What did we do?
That was
I
youth
can't even
weekend.
remember.
Oh, we drove around for a little bit, checked some spots.
This was Saturday,
Did we
right?
go to Stratford?
You guys went
Nope.
to one
We
place
were
in the
in
morning
Lewis.
Saturday.
Oh.
We were in
I-
Durham.
I'm name dropping places already.
Yeah.
Some bitch.
Are we name dropping right now?
No, we're not gonna. I'm gonna try not to do that.
Guess we can say Stratford County.
Stratford County.
Right.
Yeah. So
we found a good spot.
we found a good spot.
Set up.
I don't even remember where the hell we went first though.
Nope, don't know.
You guys set up somewhere in the morning. Was it Alton or? Oh, name dropping.
There we go.
No,
name dropping.
yeah, that's fine.
Well,
No,
that's
yeah,
the only way we
it's
can talk to each
specific,
other.
Yeah.
It's because it's like
yeah.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
Let's
knows
just
where we
go.
shoot birds. Yeah. So it was Alton, I think, and we went there. Was it? I don't know. Who the fuck cares? Anyways,
what
we
are-
didn't shoot nothing.
no.
No birds were talking.
Yeah, then you guys said you would drive around up around your
Yeah.
old place, and
So we were going up, driving the roads, and saw.
this was
couple-
Saturday.
Yeah, saw a couple.
Across the street.
Oh, big
So we set
birds
up on the
too.
other side.
Has a long beards,
Yeah.
and they were out there strutting their shit. You know. Hey, let's pull over right here real quick.
The boys making a bunch of ruckus.
Oh yeah, walk in the woods. There's no good place to shoot. It's all thick spruces and saplings and shit. So call. I hear a gobble off to the distance, and then they shut up. All right, well, whatever. We'll fucking keep on going. So get back in the truck, go up the road. Another 300 yards.
Wasn't far.
Nick goes, "Oh, there, the birds!" So we pull over to the side. So we climb up in this like select cut, and someone's calling me. Sorry,
Thought the phones were off.
that's California. Bill collector. So we climb up in that cut, and the birds see us. Obviously, we got me, Nick, the kid, the shotgun, a blind, climbing up there. I was like, all right, let's go. We pretend like they don't even look at them. If you look at them, they're gonna know.
Yeah,
Don't.
I love that.
Just
It's
keep
like-
on going.
It's like you crouch down, and it's like you can see the bird's head, and you're like, all right, just look straight. They're not going to see us.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
don't look
see
him
us.
in the
Creep,
eyes.
Creep.
Go. So we climb up to where we're far enough away where we can't see him, and we can maybe call to him. So went up there, called, and then
The Jakes came in first.
yeah, somehow they were like, all right, well, I know they saw us because I peeked out of the corner of my eye like I wasn't supposed to, but I did it.
Tom
And,
was a few back.
Yeah, they're
He
firing
sits there,
off.
I go, you know which one to shoot, bud? He
Yeah.
goes, I got
Oh,
this.
I got this.
So he's
So-
sitting there.
Oh God! But the whole time, like
It started raining. It was raining too.
yeah, it was shitty.
And he
out.
was shivering.
Yeah, it was cold, early spring. We're doing it. Got the blind set up.
It wasn't really a blind.
Well,
it was just
just
thrown
like-
up. Here you go.
It was a camouflage patchy thing that you throw up in front of some trees. So, yeah, we're calling. The Tom's responding. Obviously the Jakes are being quiet, and they're working the way up, and then I don't know. He's shivering. He's holding.
He was shaking. He was a good 10 minutes trying to stand still, sniffling and
yeah.
making so much noise.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
So Tom went behind the
I'm
rock.
shaking. I'm calling, and I'm like, burr, burr, burr. And Nick's, next to him, saying, all right, yeah. When he clears that rock, you can shoot. I'm like, can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him? Because I'm calling, and I can't see shit because I'm ducked behind the blind. And he goes, oh, there he is. Nick goes, shoot him. And it was a poke
It
for
was
a
a
20
good
gauge.
A little
It was-
less than 40 yards.
Yeah, it was a poke for.
Dropped him right there.
How old is he? 8?
9 at the
9.
time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a poke. I probably would have missed.
That's a touchy shot with a 20.
Dude,
I can't shoot a fucking.
Especially, I don't think
dropped
it was nothing like serious. Like you didn't have no extended choke, like none of that stuff. It was
no
just some
straight barrel, 20 gauge,
Yeah.
single shot, boom,
Single
gone.
bore.
Put it
boom.
right on his head and go for it whenever you feel
Yeah.
comfortable, bud.
And the bitch folded.
Down. I was more excited.
Bird down. Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah. Then I think you guys went out on Sunday to because New Hampshire they just switched it up. So this past year you could shoot 2 birds with your tag. If you were able to tag out in the spring, you just weren't able to use your tag in the fall.
Right.
And I think you guys went out Sunday.
Went out the next day.
Yeah, and you guys just couldn't make anything happen.
No, they didn't work. No, nothing.
Nothing was talking.
It was a good year though. There was a lot of birds, a lot of talking. It isn't like the past. I feel like it was the past 2 years where it's just was dead quiet. Like we couldn't get anything to talk, anything on the roost, nothing. But this past year was good.
And then our time came.
Yeah, the opening day came. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think
Our
any
time,
of us.
I don't think it was our time. I think it was Nick Corso time.
Yeah, I don't think any of us though got out. Everyone worked for opening day. We had to wait for the weekend.
Was it? Like,
Yeah.
on the weekend? Yeah.
went to another secret spot.
Ooh, super serious
Just full of Jakes, dude.
Oh.
That place
Been
had
a
what?
couple times, but
At least 4 toms in that area
Yeah.
because we went back there a couple other times. We shot a couple others.
All the toms. So the day that we went back and shot your bird was
Saturday.
set up in a field. We heard gobbles in the morning. Waited till not quite sunrise, and they started firing off.
the Tom was
by
there,
the
but
way,
he-
the fucking owl call doesn't work for shit in New Hampshire anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know
right?
what the deal is with that,
I
but
know.
you go out in the morning at 4:30, 4
Yeah,
o'clock.
usually you can hammer that thing, and they'll be talking at 5.
Yeah, the hoots
5.
are
Well,
usually they're
I'd say
fucking firing off.
4:45. Yeah, they'll be hitting. Yeah.
Nothing. I'm ready to hit a crow call at 4
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning. Someone talk. So we wait till kind of sunrise when we can, hear other birds talking or whatever. Songbirds started squeaking. So
I think I moved around 3 times with the camera.
up
Yeah.
the
Still didn't
stand,
get
down
really
the stand, over in the woods.
Any film at all. It's just
Yeah.
it just really wasn't. I didn't want to mess it up for Nick either.
So we try to hit the slate call once, and all of a sudden,
The hen came in.
everybody's firing off. I'm like, oh, there's a shitload of birds in the woods. And they sound like a shitload of birds. Boiler cut off.
It's about time. It's still cold. down
So,
Whatever.
yeah. So, birds are working into the field, right?
there. The hen came in first
Hen came in
to
first.
the decoy.
Yeah, I couldn't
And
see
we-
crap. I was
No.
behind Nick,
Yeah.
and I had a log pile to my left. I couldn't see a thing.
And the Jake was like, what, 10 yards away?
Yeah, they worked all the
yeah.
way in. Worked all the way in. All right, so that hen came in, and I
Yeah.
was, 10 yards behind you?
No, you were
right next
sitting
to
right
me.
there on his right.
Oh,
With
well,
your
there's
gun
a
up,
log
too.
pile or something.
No, there was a
You
log
couldn't
pile
see?
to the left, and that Jake came up the field edge,
Yeah.
and was like coming right at, and the Tom and the hen were right in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
Tom
but
never made it
it's
over
a
the-
rolling hill. Though,
Yeah,
so
and the
we
hen was
couldn't
coming
see
in the
them.
decoy.
Hen came into the decoy to, fuck up
It
that
got
other
probably
hen.
yeah.
What you doing, bitch?
Yeah. And that Jake just kept creeping up the,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
he's
edge. Didn't want to
skirting
get
the
beat
side.
up. Didn't want to get beat up.
Yeah. And so the hen was what? 7 yards?
No, the hen.
the hen
well,
was
oh,
further.
I
I mean,
don't
no,
know.
the Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
And I was like, oh,
Then he started alarm putting.
he's right there. Go, buck, 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 buck.
Yeah,
I
it
was
started
like,
alarm
oh,
putting.
something's fucked up. You
Yeah.
know, we gotta do something about this. Nick, take him.
Do you want to shoot?
Take him.
Do you want to shoot that?
I'll take
Do you
that.
want him? Do you want him?
Swing it over.
Nick, he starts running away. Boom! Nick smoked his ass.
Yeah. So
That was
that was a
the
good
first
hunt.
one.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was always
That was
fun.
good.
Turkey hunting, I think, is almost one of my favorite seasons. Just you wake up early, you get up, you start driving, and it's like over by 12. Even though you don't want it to be over, but
Yeah, but
It's just
by
the fact
10:30,
it's
11
like
o'clock, you're like, I'm tired. I
the
gotta
birds,
take a
yeah, the
nap.
birds speak to you, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating though.
Well, by 10
God.
o'clock, they're not talking anyways.
Yeah, you might be able to find a lone one here and there, but
Then it
The
was
one in
a
the
couple
hen.
weeks later, we went back out. I mean, we hunted our asses off.
yeah, we hunt every weekend.
But
We hunt every weekend we could. It's just busy with work and couldn't get a day
Kids.
off. Yeah.
and whatever.
But what was the second weekend? Now the second weekend, was that the weekend we took out your father?
Oh, yeah.
We took out your father and Josh.
Was it?
Because that was before
Could
double.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
the
before the double.
Yeah.
But yeah, we took out your father.
Yeah,
Same
Josh.
spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh went out with us. My dad went out with us. Same spot. We knew there was birds in there.
Oh, that would have been a sick double.
Oh yeah, it was.
What?
Yeah, it could have been a sick double, but Joshy, oh
Pep at
Joshy
that
Squashy,
tree.
Yeah.
he hit a
He's
tree.
a sapling hunter. He really is.
Oh, he knocks him down.
Blamed it on the gun.
Ain't no sock. What kind of gun you got?
Yeah, I think what was it? Was it the same day? I think we. So anyways, your father shot that Tom.
Yeah, Tom came in
Right
We got
off the
that out
roost.
to him.
2 Toms.
Yeah,
dude.
2 Toms
Two
came
big
in.
Toms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been a good
I
double.
almost poked at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Yeah, those were 2 really good Toms. Both came in right off the roost. Probably, 30 minutes off the roost.
Yeah.
Came right in over the knoll,
Yep.
right at the top
Right
of the
into
field.
the decoy.
Yep.
Decoyed
Your father hammered
Old
him
man
right at the
drops
decoy.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old man smoked one.
Then I had a feeling that Tom was going to stay around
Yeah.
with that
He
other
smoked
Tom.
it, dropped
Yep.
it, and
that
I started.
Tom just.
I started just cutting on the slate
Yeah.
call, and it was like, I don't know.
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. And
Josh took at least a minute or 2 to shoot. I don't know what was going on.
then, I was locked up.
Yeah.
You know, sapling in
The
the
sapling
way,
was in
waiting.
view.
He's like, you know what? Fuck that sapling. That fucking thing. Boom. Smoked it.
Yeah,
So
that
I
was,
won't
a,
get away.
that was a sweet hunt. That was probably my favorite hunt of the year. Was
Yeah.
that day? That was sick.
The old man was pumped.
Oh
Oh, he was. Yeah.
now
first
did he?
turkey.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah,
because I
it was
remember he
first
hunted with
turkey.
you a couple times over at around his house.
Yeah. We've had birds come in and then just kind of be like, nah, we're
all
good.
set.
Yeah.
It
But
was. I
it's
think
it's the gobbling, you know, when they're coming in hot and they're firing off.
right. You want to keep calling.
You're like, oh,
You just want to keep calling
yeah.
because you're
But
like, all right,
they
where
get
is
to
he?
a certain point where they
They just stop.
I've learned now
Yeah.
where you just
No, this year.
shut up, let them come in.
This year was the best year when it came with calling, I feel like, for us. Or just in general over the past years I've hunted and stuff. It was just we stuck to a game plan. We just called when we needed to call, and we shut up pretty much 80% of the time.
Yeah, when we need to shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, when you need to shut up. We let the birds look for us. I think that's definitely a big factor in turkey hunting is letting the birds come to you.
Right.
Instead of just keep hammering that call because
Sometimes though, you're just like,
oh, sometimes you just
when
try
you're
to
hung
need
up,
to.
you're
Yeah.
like, all
You're
right,
like
I'm gonna burn a hole in
it's
the
a
slate call
it's a
today.
gamble, yeah. I know it's just
You get back to the truck and there's no slate left in your fucking.
yeah.
thing.
You got to sand the rest of it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year is definitely that
Everything
Yeah.
worked out good for us.
the calling was 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's what that really what killed birds.
And
Even
then the next time.
even the doubles.
Yeah. What was the? Get
Even the
closer to your
doubles.
I am close.
mic. Get close. Get close. Close.
This close. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's,
all right.
that's beautiful, Nick.
Let's get it out.
Knock it off. I'm new at this.
But no,
Uh,
that was.
So I don't know how many weekends it was after
This
that.
is the third weekend because we had one more weekend to hunt, and that's when me and you came
I know
up to
we
where you
got the
hunt now.
turkeys in the back.
Yeah.
No, we went in to this
No,
spot.
we went back to Stratford. Well,
Huh?
yeah, we went back to Stratford.
Stratford
I'll tell you
County.
anyways.
Yeah, we went there.
To the place we've been hunting before, and well, we struck a gobble off the roost, but nothing worked out.
Right.
So then we're like, all right, we got some.
I think we went to Josh's house. No.
Yes.
Was it the same day? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yes.
No.
Well, I want to say that hunt.
Yeah.
That was
That,
after your old man got his. We went.
That's
Yes,
right.
okay,
We went
so
to
yeah,
Josh's house. That's
because
where it's going.
remember I had that new Frankie 20 all set
Yeah.
up for turkey hunting.
He took it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I asked him, I'm like, Josh, you want to use this? He goes, oh, what kind of gun you got? You know, I'm thinking about buying a new gun after you missed that bird.
It was the tree though.
He was blaming that gun so hard. He goes, what the heck happened with that gun? He goes, what do you got for a gun? How much was that gun?
It was the fucking tree.
It was, yeah. Yeah,
He didn't have
just
a
got
shot.
pumped
He
up.
fucking,
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I couldn't see
Happens
that
to
tree
the
in the
best of us.
sight either. No.
I shot a couple trees in my day. So.
Oh, yeah. Pepper the
Whatever.
shit out of a couple.
So
But anyways, we drove a
yeah,
couple roads.
following weekend or maybe 2 weekends after
Yeah,
that.
Class
I don't
4
know.
road.
I can't remember.
It was the weekend after because we usually hunted on Saturday and then spent time with the family at home on Sunday.
Yeah.
That was just the way to do it.
Yeah.
Kept everyone civil, kept the wife happy at home.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
So we went into this piece,
This
saw
is
a big tom cross
Yeah,
the road.
oh, yeah,
like
that was a
driving
hammer
in.
bird.
I was
Yeah.
like, all right, let's try to get in there. Kind of too close to houses,
Yeah.
and trying to work them. But it was like, all right, let's just keep on going. Let's try.
Yeah. It was right down the road though where we were going to park
Yeah.
anyway, so it
Kept on
wasn't
going. I think we saw another bird or heard another
There was
gobble or
there was
something.
We had a couple we tried getting.
yeah,
in,
there was a
but
couple
Yeah.
that I think crossed the road at the same time. So we were like, "Oh shoot, there's another bird crossing right there."
Yeah.
Seemed like they were coming out of a field and crossing the road into a different field.
So all these birds within 100, 200 yards.
Yep.
We pulled over, parked, went in there, called, walked, nothing, and then all of a sudden,
We struck a gobble.
yeah,
Right off the rip, yeah.
here we go, set up.
We even brought your daughter with us.
Yes, Kylie went with us.
Yeah,
and
she was a
yeah, she
trooper.
was here with. I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah, she was a
there.
trooper. She hunted with us all morning. Didn't complain nothing. She was happy to find a feather.
Yeah, she
Carry
had
that
the
feather with
2
us the
feathers,
whole way.
and
Carry
it was
the
like
decoy.
good luck charm.
Yeah.
It was perfect. We set up, which we thought something was going to happen like right off the rip because they were so
it was close. It was
Yeah.
boom right there.
So, it was one of those ones when they fire off, you're like, all right, shit, sit down, set up. Nothing ever. They never came in. It was like 20, 25 minutes that we sat there.
Yeah, it
for.
was probably 25 minutes.
And we ended up just kind of skirting this field, and
We just took the trail in.
yeah,
We took that trail in after those birds didn't speak, and we just were trolling. We call it trolling. I think everyone else does too.
yeah,
Just hitting the
Call.
call every once in a while and walking, put on miles, and just troll around with a slate call. That's pretty fun.
but it was like late afternoon, so obviously I don't think nothing was firing anymore. And then
Shoot, that was 10 o'clock, I think, because after, 10 o'clock.
we came up. The trail kind of wrapped around this big giant field, and then we went up to where, either we're gonna turn around
We're
or
either
go
gonna
check
cut
out
'em
this
off.
field.
Yeah, or cut them off.
Yeah. So no birds are talking. Go up to this field.
Nothing in the field.
Yeah. Corso walks
You
up.
jump
to the
over the
field.
rock wall into the field.
Yeah. I'm like, anything out
Look
there?
over.
Oh,
goes,
smokes.
Oh
There's like
shit!
4 of them right
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
Sneak back
birds!
into the wood line.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Set up, bud.
I rip out my slate call. I think I hit that a couple times, and I think did they see you, Nick? And they started veering back. They started going into the woods. Was
Yep,
that what
they
it was?
started going away.
Yeah, I hit that
jumped
slate
back
call.
in. You hit it.
And then they stayed right on the stone wall
Came
and
in the
walked
tie.
right to us.
Yeah.
It was like 5 yards. I was looking at one, and I'm like, why isn't Ty shooting? He's next to me. Why
I
isn't
couldn't
he
see
shooting?
it. Yeah.
Pull the
I'm like,
trigger.
Tyler, he's on your right. Look on your right. He goes, oh. Boom. Shoots one. Then all of a sudden you hear Nick.
I go,
Boom!
whatever. It's almost the end. Take it.
I go, whoa.
I just had a camera in the hand.
Smoked him. I think I tossed you my gun after that.
Yeah, I'm like,
because you
hang
had
on,
the
give me
camera.
that friggin' thing. I took off.
Because they
and
didn't move. They were still there.
I jumped the stone wall, got in the field, and I took like probably a 45, 50-yard shot, Hail Mary, just
Yeah.
popping at it.
Well, Lance was what 7 yards away from me.
I was right at your back.
Yeah, and I was like, I dropped mine. It's sitting there flailing.
Yeah. Well,
Nick shoots his, and then there's still like a
yeah.
couple.
What I
sitting
should have
there.
did was listen to
I
Nick.
take my gun and I'm like, hey, Lance,
Grab that.
there it is.
I should have listened to Nick because Nick's like, they're still right there. What we should have done was just sat back down, let those birds work to the dead birds, and we would have had another
Shot 'em,
dead bird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But
you live
it was.
and
I
you
think it was just a flock of 5 jakes that were just trolling this field all
Yeah.
together,
Jake's
just
laying.
dead quiet. And I think they just shut up because the other Tom in the area, 2 Toms, they weren't saying a word. But yeah, that was a sweet hunt. And we went over, checked those birds in, and hit up a couple spots over by us.
Yeah,
Saw that one
nothing.
kid shoot that bird.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually drove by,
Drove by.
a person. He actually follows us on Instagram now.
Yeah,
I think it
saw
was
that.
the first. That was the first person that saw us with a camera. I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, you guys doing a
Yeah.
hunting show?"
we're trying to do a YouTube
Yeah.
thing. We're just trying to kick this off. We're
We
just
kind of suck at it.
well,
but
yeah. This year is definitely a starting
year.
point of
This year's
With
my
a-
best year.
with a camera.
yeah, I know it was the best year for
I know. It was with a camera. It's definitely hard. It's definitely
trying to get decent film
just
on.
trying to get that decent
Well,
film.
it's not only like trying to get decent film. It's just an extra person with you.
Yeah, that too. And everyone's new to this, like
The editing,
playing with
part, I don't know
technology.
shit
Yeah,
about.
it's like it's just
I want to whittle.
Got
pieces
Lance
of
just
wood.
messing with it with the camera all
Yeah.
the time.
I know. Hey, take a shot. Hey, stop. Selfie.
I think the biggest thing is when you first get a camera on you and you're looking at the lens,
Yeah.
trying
my
to
God.
talk to it. Like, what
Oh
the
my
heck am
God.
I going to say?
Oh my
yeah.
God. I
You don't know what to say.
What do I do with my hands?
It's just like this microphone you put in my face.
Yeah. But do you know what, Nick? You're having fun with it.
We
Am
should
I?
take Nick's beard off and put it on the microphone.
That'd be a sweet pop filter.
Yeah. You don't have to.
It's coming off, all right? It's coming off.
You're getting married here shortly.
August.
Is she making you shave for the wedding?
No, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're going to shave
Yeah,
for
I
the
don't
wedding?
want to
Shave
look like
your
a
balls?
total.
But man,
Sasquatch,
that's your
dude.
look, dude.
You had a mullet too, and what happened with that?
Wife.
Yeah, there you go.
You get a wife.
I had
You get a
mullet.
wife.
Didn't
Can I-
shoot nothing.
Can I say the next time I got that mullet after I shaved it?
Dude, that thing looked good.
Oh yeah, I went to a pretty good barber to get that done,
Oh, dude,
and
it
that thing was money.
smoking hot.
And,
that was like
uh,
a Theo Vaughn moment.
oh, dude, it was
fucking
sweet.
you just wanted to
slick.
slay deer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, my wife wasn't too happy that night. So
If a deer saw you, though, it'd probably be like,
It'd stop and
Oh,
just
yeah.
gaze at that.
You'd be like,
"Dang,
what the
look
hell
at
is that?"
Shit.
Deer
where'd
in
this
the
5.5
headlights.
year old doe come from?
Yeah. It's like it's fucking fluttering its tail, but it's just the wind in your mullet.
Come at
Mature
me.
doe? Holy smokes!
Oh, it's in rut. I mean, it's hot. It's a hot. Thing's bleeding out the back.
So hot, it's bleeding out the back. Yeah.
So what happened after that?
Well, turkey season ended and summer hit.
When we scouted
Scouted
Yeah,
more
man,
for
we did a
bow
lot of
season.
scouting. We put
a lot.
a lot of time in the woods.
I'm gonna piss.
Yeah, and
Carry on.
we put a lot of time in the woods. Freaking trail cameras.
Yeah, sweating my bag off.
Oh, I know. I can't believe how many trail cameras we have out. We had like eight out in probably a good 3 square mile area. I'd say 8.
I think Ty left mine out there.
No, I picked up every
Oh,
single
you
one.
have that?
Wait, what one was yours?
I don't know. It was the crappy one that didn't last.
What one was that?
I don't know. Ty has it, I think.
Unless he took it out and said, "All right, this thing's junk," and pulled
Nah,
it,
the batteries are just ones I grabbed and
tossed them in
tried
there.
it.
Out of every remote in your house. You're like, "Oh, I need double A's," so you took
Yeah.
them out of every remote in the house.
Smoke detectors and stuff.
I've done it before.
You don't need
Smoke
those.
detectors. Yeah, we don't need smoke detectors in here. You know, Ty's coming back.
It's probably warmer out there than it is in this basement.
It is nippy in this
Fucking
basement.
kidding
It's on
me,
that. It's on that shock mount, man.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, we had 8 in probably a 3 mile square area.
It was good. It felt good.
We had a lot of deer on camera early season. We were seeing a lot of deer. It was a pretty good.
Oh, we had
It was
big
looking
bucks.
good.
We've had big bucks there.
Yeah.
In that area.
Oh yeah. past 2
I
years.
guess I didn't realize, and none of us realized. I mean, it's all public land, so we didn't.
That was the
Yeah,
first
it's
time I
hard.
hunted it.
Yeah,
And-
it was. But me and Lance have been. That's our spot for, I don't know, 3 years now.
Yeah,
2
and
years.
we put some time in there. Definitely a lot of hikes because that's such a steep hike when you get into that thing. It's
Yeah.
almost you got to really take your time. We figured that out. You got to take your time going up in there.
And we've jumped
Instead
here
of just
going in there.
yeah,
and it's like,
instead of just running in there, you
how
just
the
got to take your
hell-
time.
Well, it sucks because like
It's a crappy hike.
you go in there during bow season or rifle season. We never really hunted it during rifle season.
I did a couple times last year
Yeah.
sitting, but
But you
get
go in
to
there
a
during
point.
bow season, and it's like, all right, it's, it's gonna be hot, so because it's a hike and it's a steep hike, so you're gonna
Right.
be sweating your
oh
ass
yeah,
off. So you dress to.
you got a long sleeve and your regular
it's
pants
like, all right,
on.
I got short sleeve
That's
on.
it. Everything
I'm
in your
going there,
backpack.
but as soon as the sun rises, you're freezing your
Yeah, you're like,
ass
holy
off.
smokes, I'm up here.
Yeah. But so you try to sneak your way in. Next thing you know, you're jumping deer. It's like, all right, so you know they're bedding there, and the only other way up into that piece, really, is to climb a
Yeah,
60-foot rock face.
Yeah.
It's like cliffhanger.
And I would say
Yeah.
after so last year we had a really nice buck on trail camera, and there was rumors going around. I saw this one guy in there and talking to him that buck is now a drop tine 10, which
What?
I didn't see pictures. Yeah, I got
What?
rumor. Yeah, I got rumor about that, man. So the guy had been in there a while hunting. And they just never seen his truck there
he
over
don't
the years.
he don't
hunting.
know that deer. That's a
But-
different deer.
I don't know. He showed me. Well, he's got a.
I know what that deer looks
He,
like.
he told me open day of muzzleloader season when I went in there with Taylor. He was telling me where those bucks were running,
Yeah.
and I went up on that ledge. The ledge is just stupid to climb. It's all rock, but the deer had this run. It was like a billy goat run on these rock boulders,
Yeah.
just everywhere. There's like a rub line along this rock face. It's just, I'm like, holy smokes! I can't believe how much sign was up there. And I guess his daughter shot a buck, an 8-pointer, opening day of youth season over there.
Sweet.
Pretty nice 8. Showed me a picture of that. But anyways, there was a rumor of a drop tine 10 that we had on camera was a huge, pretty symmetrical 8-pointer.
Was that this year?
That was this year, and he said it was
that
a drop
could
tine 10.
That could be
Goat.
because the goat that we had
Yeah.
was an 8 with
8
drop
with
tine.
it. Yeah, it started dropping. So that's why I'm
But
like.
we never put eyeballs on them.
Do you know what? I never said anything about that big 8 that we had on camera last year, and he was like, "Hey, did you guys
spill the beans
what?"
about the big 8, the goat? Hey, he's a huge frame. It's a for
Yeah,
New
that's a
Hampshire
huge,
buck, that's a huge
symmetrical,
deer.
thick
Yeah.
horn. And I didn't mention anything to him about that. I didn't really talk to him much about any pictures we had or where we were setting up or
Yeah.
any of that. And he goes, have you got any pictures in here? Like he thought we had cameras in here. He goes, did you get any pictures about a big 10-pointer with a drop? I said, no, but I did have an 8-pointer in here with a starting of a drop last year. And he goes, oh, that must be the same deer. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the same deer or another buck in the
I feel
area.
like he was going the other side of the road, but yeah, I don't know, it could be.
He never hunted the side we were in, he said. He goes, I don't hunt over there. I hunt the ledge.
Ooh, the ledge.
Which the ledge it's a steep. Dude, that's a
I'll be
bigger
there
hike.
next year.
Yeah, that's a bigger hike. I'm looking into it next year. It's a lot more it's thicker in that piece, but
Yeah.
it's a steeper hike too.
Son of a bitch.
But
Gotta go. where
anyways, I
people don't
shot last year and we didn't have much luck in there last bow season. We hunted that hard throughout bow season a lot of times. Actually, you saw a lot of does coming in. Did you pass on a doe opening day of bow season there? Not this past year, but the
I
year
don't know if
before.
I passed on it or
It
couldn't
just
get a
wasn't
shot.
in. Yeah, it
I
wasn't
couldn't-
in. And then I
I
think,
would have shot
yeah.
it though.
but I think we made an agreement where we're like, all right, we're not shooting any does.
Oh, that's
It's like
right.
saying you're not gonna
Yeah,
shoot
but I
Jake,
still,
but
I
you
still
gotta
couldn't.
take it.
I know. Take it. What
But
you
yeah,
can.
we're like, yeah, we're not going to shoot a single thing in here, and we made that agreement until halfway through the season. Like, all right, we're dropping anything that comes in front,
Yeah.
and then
By then it was bucks only, so you're.
well, no, not with your
shoot.
doe tag, not with your.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
bow
with
season.
archery,
Yeah.
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 So then I think we went in there. I was driving to your house to pick up you that day, and I had a small buck, I think, that jumped in front of me in the road, and I'm like, holy smokes! And the wind was howling that day, and I'm like, well, the deer are moving. So I pick you up, tell you about that. I'm like, I think the deer are moving, and we get set up in the spot. You put a climber in that day.
Yep.
We walked in, you climbed up a tree. Then I went up to the original stand where we had pictures of goat and all the other ones. And then I think I just stepped in the stand. I went to go put my hoodie on because I dressed light. And there's either a little,
Spike horn. Yeah.
yeah, it was either
4
spike horn,
pointers.
yeah, something. And it was right there at like probably 70 yards and started making its way in. The wind was howling so much, it was just moving the whole tree. Deer had no clue I walked in.
Which I don't know how that even.
Me
is.
either.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's happened to me before. Yeah.
Then
What
I
happened
ended
with
up.
the spike.
Well, I
He
put an
shot
arrow
it?
through him. I put an arrow through him
Did you?
at
Yeah.
35 yards. I want to say 30, 35 yards.
It was a poke.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
I mean-
definitely. I think it was definitely 30 to 35 yards.
You definitely hit him.
Yeah,
because-
the arrow was a clean pass,
Yeah.
but it looked like it was good blood. But thinking back down on it now, it was definitely a high hit through
must have been.
through the
Yeah.
muscle, I think, and that deer's probably still alive. So there was blood at the spot of the shot, but there was no blood leaving that whole area, and we did circles there for hours. Called a couple of people.
Yeah.
They did circles. We
And it's on a cliff.
on a cliff.
On a cliff top.
So it's either that deer
it's
commits
got two
suicide
ways.
jumping off that cliff,
right. It
or he
can
goes
go this way or that way,
or down the steep hill.
or jump off like a buffalo.
That's where he wasn't going to begin
Yeah.
with. He was heading right to the cliff like he was going to leap off and commit suicide. But
Jesus,
so we never found that deer.
the one that got away.
Yeah, then we hunted that spot rifle season. Well, I went back in there a couple times during rifle season. Nothing.
Yeah, that was it.
But that was the year you found the lower part. You started scouting the lower
Yeah.
part youth weekend.
That swamp. I went up there with Kylie. It was low.
Oh yeah,
Loaded.
yeah. I think that was the day.
It was.
Did you bring a trail camera that day with you?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay.
But it was youth weekend
Youth
is
weekend.
the weekend before muzzleloader season starts. So I went out there muzzleloader season.
You
'cause
put
I
a
was
camera.
like, holy shit!
Yeah, you put a camera up right on
Yeah.
that fresh rub.
It was
And that
we
buck
had
was hitting that
deer,
rub.
We had deer. We had small bucks. We had big bucks. Every kind of bucks. $5 bucks.
Yeah.
We had all the bucks.
Yeah.
They're all in
10
there.
bucks. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 bucks, 20. They were everywhere. They came in.
They were just hitting that rub. They
mostly-
were.
Yeah, it was so crazy because it was like that for that week, for whatever reason, they were there during the daylight.
It was
and
definitely a-
everybody was working and no one was
Right.
hunting the stand or no one was even hunting in there.
Right.
And they were
Coming
daylight.
later in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking all day. And
Yeah.
then the next week, everything's nocturnal.
Yeah. It was
And then
definitely
we hunted it for all
a
of
couple times.
all
Yeah.
of the season.
I hunted that thing in the pouring rain one day. I'm like, that deer's showing up tonight.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
he's
I'm
going
here.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, you got to sit there. I'm like, I'm going to sit here until dark.
Oh,
Pouring rain. I
well,
was
because
so.
it was all daylight pictures. It was like, there's no fucking
I
way.
know.
You're not going to shoot something.
Pretty
but-
sure that was like a buck bedding area because there was 2 bucks coming back every day, smelling that one rub. It seemed
Right.
like they were just hitting it back and forth, hitting
Yeah.
it back and forth.
But then that young buck would come by. It was like a 4
Yeah,
pointer
4,
or
yeah.
5 or whatever. It'd come through, and it would fucking tail would be straight up in the air,
Right.
nose up in the wind to the ground, to the wind
Yeah,
to the ground.
checking.
He knew he shouldn't be there
Right.
because there was bigger bucks there.
Yeah.
We never saw any.
That was
of
that.
it,
That was that horse buck. That was like that old
Yeah, he
8-pointer. Freaking had a head like a horse. It was
I
just.
think my neighbor.
Yeah.
I think that was the one.
Yeah,
that
I think it was. I'm
neighbor
pretty much
Nolan shot.
95% that was the deer
I
just by
think
looking.
it weighed in. It was either 160 or 180 something.
I think
but-
it was 180 you texted me, and that was at the last day of rifle.
Yeah,
so that
I
was
think he shot with his bow though.
yeah,
I think.
but it was the last day of hunt season.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was pretty far from where that camera was too.
Yeah, because he, for whatever reason, I shot my deer last year. I think
Tracking,
I
yeah.
borrowed his grinder or something.
Yeah, you did. You borrowed
Something
his
happened,
grinder.
but I was like, oh, come check out the spot. And he'd been hunting out there for a couple years or knew about
Yeah.
the spot. He went out there.
The lower
I think he
swamp.
sat in that stand maybe, and then it was
The
like,
climber I put in.
think so.
Yeah.
Because I told him about that spot. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a good spot. And then he went out a same kind of area, went out
Area,
a
yep.
different spot, and ended up smoking that
Yeah,
fucking buck.
that deer would have been big in
Oh,
in
man.
early archery. That
Right,
was a
can you
big deer.
imagine?
Easily 200. Easily 200.
Some bitch.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the head was so rounded over like
it was like a horse.
oh man.
It was like he made it with a goddamn mule.
Yeah, right. Right, just a horse head. Huge. Yeah, so that pretty much wrapped up. That's how we really found those two areas. Just, I remember hiking in there as a kid, and I'm like, man, I would love to hunt here sometime. Like, we should hunt here.
Yeah.
I think I said it for years. And we finally just went in there, started putting up cameras and seeing big deer on camera. So,
But this year was not the same
yeah,
case.
that was a different story.
We scouted that. Me, Nick, Lance. We scouted that since springtime. Well,
Yeah, it
went
was
there in
spring. We
turkey
went out
season,
there turkey season.
and then
Had some close calls, I guess you can say. You had that Jake come up on you, silent.
yeah, I
Not
mean,
even
we
a
had birds
gobble that
talking to
day.
us all the time. But I'm talking about deer season. We kind of scouted that.
Yeah, in the summer.
Springtime, we didn't go up to that cut, did we?
You went up in spring.
I
You had
went
that
up
Jake.
that- yeah, came in silent on me. But come deer season, like we did all this scouting, we put all this time in.
Went
Yeah.
in there, open day archery.
Opening day archery.
Yeah, I
Did
think.
anybody? I had.
I
don't know
sat
if it was
with you.
Opening day. If it was opening day. Oh yeah, opening day. We didn't see shit.
No,
But
I think I filmed for Ty and tree behind him. Nick.
I was down at the swamp.
Yeah, you sat in the lowest. In the stand, I think you put
Felt
up
good.
right. Yeah, it always
It's a
feels
nice
good.
spot.
Especially opening day, you go in, you're like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hammer one today.
Oh, it's a
I
fucking
can't
booner
wait.
coming
I'm
in.
gonna put an arrow right through one.
Oh no, it's just another beaver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick had a beaver come through.
No,
We'll get to that
Sounds
story
like a
in a
breaking
minute.
sticks coming in, huh?
he's dragging a log.
Yeah.
dude. We'll get to that later.
Oh, they're rattling. They're rattling.
grunt
They're
call.
fighting. But summertime, we did some scouting. Remember, we were like, hey, let's wake up early. Nick, let's wake up early.
I woke up every time
You
this
were
time, didn't I?
late.
So we
Did I
were
wake
like,
up?
yeah. So we're like, let's wake
Good.
up early. We'll go into that cut, sit at dark, and we'll wait. We'll see what comes in that cut in the morning.
Usually I sleep in.
So me and Ty meet up. Hey, where's Nick? I haven't heard from him.
Dude, I
Me
came
either.
in.
Fuck
When
it.
was
We'll
this?
just go in. Let's just go in. So we get up in the cut.
No, he thought he was meeting me at my
you were
house.
scouting.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes,
Yeah,
scouting
yeah.
in the summer.
Are
yeah.
you
No.
are you up?
I was
I'm
stuck
like,
down bottom.
Broski,
We're at the spot.
I'm in the woods.
Well, I'm down low. I'll just stay here. It's cool. No.
So no, we actually we just got in the cut. Me and Tyler. I think I took a couple photos, and all of a sudden we could hear Nick's truck off the main road come in. He's got a diesel, so you can
slamming
hear
the
that
door
thing
because I
come
had to
in.
wake up.
We
Who
finally
the
hear him
fuck
rip
is this
in.
Yahoo
Yeah.
coming in.
Like, all right, here he goes. Then I think he just started in the woods, and we had. It was it $3 or $4?
It was three different bucks.
Yeah, so it was 3 different bucks that came in that cut with a doe. And we told Nick, hey,
Once again, I see nothing.
yeah,
I
hey,
don't know.
Nick, you're going to have to stand right there, man. You can't come up in this cut and bust these deer out of there.
I'm gonna go to the circle, get some breakfast. I'll be back.
He sat there for probably an hour.
Yeah, it was.
Haven't seen
Well,
a
we
thing.
were watching those deer, and it was those.
It was a while.
4-pointer with a heavy body.
Yeah, and then there was an 8 in the back that split off from.
He was small. I mean, a smaller
Yeah.
body than that. That
Yeah,
4.
it was
I
that
would've loved
Bascarac
to
8 we
shoot
had.
that mother-
Yeah, that was a big body for some reason.
He was huge.
But that 8 split off and that spike. So there was $3, yeah, like you
Yeah.
said. Then that spike and that 4 just hung out together with that doe.
Yep. And then a couple.
Got
then-
within like 30, 40 yards from us, man.
Yeah, and we didn't even really spook them. I think they knew something was up.
Yeah, so we sat on the edge of that cut against a stone wall, daily clothes on, no scent, none of that
Yeah,
crap.
drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee,
Smoking cigarettes.
had a camera,
Smoking cigarettes.
had a camera in a hand, binoculars, everything, backpacks, just sitting there, and they just come up within 35 yards. Just
That's right. Yeah.
That don't happen during hunting season.
no,
Oh,
no, it
sometimes
don't.
it does.
Yeah, I know it
Well,
does.
Let
You're
me
right.
tell you a story.
Yeah.
That's later.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a hell of a season. It really was a good season
Yeah.
for us.
It's hard to watch social media.
Oh yeah,
Instagram.
especially other states and stuff like
oh,
that.
God, it's like, oh, you shoot.
Remember right before bow season, every other state out west opened up for mule deer,
mule deer,
and people
elk,
are hammering these monster mule deer,
Yeah.
and we're texting each other back and forth. Dude, did you see this mule deer shot?
Yeah.
This thing's a pig. I can't wait for bow season. We're just pumping each other
Right.
up for bow season.
I think this little spike shows up.
I'll take a doe,
Yeah.
spike. What
I'm gonna smoke him.
Yeah,
I know. I hate to be that person,
like-
and I'm not that person. I've grown now. where
Yeah.
I passed,
yeah, you did. You
I
did
passed
pass
this-
the buck this
I
year.
passed
couldn't
this spike.
believe it.
I know. Well,
And do you know what? I don't think you regret it either. You would never went up to Pittsburgh if you shot that buck.
No, I know.
Let's talk about your
What?
archery 6A.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we were
still
just
in
talking about
archery.
scouting.
Oh yeah. So after the scouting, after all that shit that we went through, and we scouted, we had good bucks on camera. Scouted this area.
And I think
we might have fucked up a little bit.
Yeah,
because
and I
we
think
bear hunted it, kinda,
But
not
the-
over bait or
Not
anything.
really.
Yeah,
Just
no
maybe wake
bait.
up another
We
day
had
and
we had bears on camera that were coming in daily.
it's probably 3 times a week at least.
Yeah, during
times a
daylight.
week.
So we're gonna try to bear hunt it, and then maybe we went in there too much. I don't
And
know.
I think the years past, I think me and you talking about it, and we went in there probably once a month.
Yeah.
And
well, you guys
maybe
said
it-
that this year, but then you were back.
No,
in the
we
woods.
didn't.
No, we're not.
Oh,
gonna
we're
do-
gonna leave that for a little bit, guys, and then
Yeah.
we already checked those cams. Or
We're not gonna do it. I'm not even. We're not gonna. Put
you know what?
cameras
We're not.
out.
We're
I'm not
gonna
even gonna think about it.
we're gonna move around this year. We're definitely. I think we're gonna rip down all our regular permanent stands. Maybe put one up behind Ty's new house.
I'm not dragging that thing out.
But no, not your
I'm
big
leaving it,
double.
I'm
No.
leaving it.
But I
That's
think
a hot
what
spot.
worked the best was, everyone follows the hunting public,
Yeah.
and they run around public pieces, putting up saddles and whatnot,
I'm
and
kidding
just
about them.
your best time hunting is the first time in that piece.
Right,
Just
right,
like
yeah.
just like us, even though we were checking trail cameras in that piece early season. I know it wasn't archery season yet.
Yeah, but first time in there.
Yeah,
you're
but first
seeing
time in
deer.
there in the morning, we were seeing bucks. And
The only thing is because it's public land, and it's a little bit of a poke out there, but not like it's not a hard hike. You
right,
can
it's not a
do
huge
it.
hike. Yeah,
In the
it's-
dark, you're like, all right, this is kind of.
Yeah, right.
But when because we set up, we didn't know what we had deer on the trail camera.
Never in the morning, it seems.
Well, no, we
no,
had
it
them-
was in the morning.
like
but-
like we were depending on, like, we go out there to check cameras, like, all right, yeah, we know there's gonna be deer out there, and all of a sudden there's no deer ever. There's no deer,
Yeah,
and it's
there are.
public
yeah,
land.
we ran in that problem.
And so
I don't think
we-
it was 100% us.
we come in, and where we were hunting in this specific spot was also kind of off a hiking trail. We're not hunting on a hiking trail, but
Yeah.
we're off a ways.
This was a logging cut off of a hiking trail.
Yeah,
Put it that
so
way. It
there's-
was not a hiking trail whatsoever.
there's
It was
also
just a cut.
people in there from
Just walking.
white and red plates in there a lot.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so-
I don't want to drop the, but I'm gonna do it.
So opening day was a bust in there for archery season. We didn't see a thing. It was hot. It was just hot. It was a hot day.
But what I'm
and-
trying to get to is that we put our time in, and
Right.
we scouted right, and then we put we
It's
didn't
so
know what was going
exciting.
on because all the deer were gone.
Right. That's
come,
what I'm getting
come deer
to.
season. So we put our trail camera on, like, walking trail into where we
That's
were
what I mean.
hunting.
Because after 2 weekends of hunting that spot, we're like, what the frig is going on? And we didn't go in both days. We just hunted. We didn't check trail
Yeah,
cameras
it
or
was the
anything. We just
weekends.
hunted.
We all work full-time jobs,
Yeah.
so it's the weekends. So we put a trail
Well, screw
camera
it.
up, and
Right
then
on
all
the
of a
trail.
sudden, this is boy.
Boys.
He was a man. He was a man, but he had his Timberland boots untied with the tongues hanging out,
Yeah.
trying to hunt,
with
hiking.
a bow, yeah.
Yeah, with a bow.
I don't know what was going
I
on
don't know
really
what-
there. And there was a couple other hunters going in back and forth.
which is fine.
Yeah, no. Hey, it's public land.
But when I
There's
see the
nothing you can do
Timberlands
for it.
untied and shit, I'm like, all right, this guy, he's a joke. I don't know what to say about
Yeah,
that.
but there was other people going in. And what was
Yeah.
weird, it's a non ATV area. There's no off-road vehicles allowed in
We
this
heard a
area
couple.
at all. Yeah, we were hearing them, and a lot of tracks going into that piece for some friggin' reason.
With ATV tracks.
And
yeah.
do you know what? After we kept seeing the ATV tracks, we're like, oh, put up the trail cam. Never caught one on trail cam. I don't
No.
know if someone's just going in there setting bait for bear. They knew the bear
I don't
up
know.
there. I don't friggin' know.
The deer were gone,
But the deer,
so we moved on.
everything disappeared.
Am
But
I
we
a
left.
rapper?
I think we. So we left the trail cameras up there for a month, the whole archery season, and what is it? Did we go back up there hunting? Me and Nick did, yeah. So me and Nick went in that cut hunting.
Oh, That's when you use my brand new climber.
I used your brand new climber, Nick, to film you, and
I get the old one that I fell down the tree with.
so it was wet that day. It was a weird mist, and it was just
dark.
it was
wet.
Yeah, oh yeah. We went in there
You
early.
sent me a picture of
Nick 5 feet
I
off
said,
the
hey,
freaking
Dude,
ground.
I could touch
it
your
was
old,
this, it
no.
was the same tree that I sat in.
slipped
And
down
I said,
the
hey,
tree, dude.
can you grab my hook when you come back
not
down?
going back up that
Because I'm
tree.
not going back up in that tree. And
I look at
That
I
thing
look
was
at
not
Nick.
gripping.
yeah, Lynn sends me a picture, and Nick's like 10 feet off the ground.
It wasn't a.
Hey, what
no.
the fuck are you
There's
doing?
a hill in the background. It makes it look different.
It's not even
right?
10 feet.
I could touch the hook.
It was at least 8 to 10 feet from
I
the
fell
hook.
like 3 feet down the tree.
Yeah, well, that's what Nick says. But
You get my brand new one. I get the old climber.
anyways, that brand new climber was sick. What was that again? What kind of climber was that?
I can't say
Summit,
Was it a Summit?
Viper.
Yeah, that's Summit Viper. That thing
Lance was the
grips
first
a
one to
tree.
use it.
Yeah.
That thing grips a tree.
Go stand in the
You
other
should
tree
use my
there,
old
bud.
climber. It
That was
does
it.
not grip a tree.
That was
You
it.
could have a set of.
Was
on
that
you.
not the tree? Don't start with me, Lance.
It was a good
Anywho.
tree.
But anyways, yeah, we went in there. Finally checked. No, because I think I went in there by my. No. Okay, so we left the trail cameras there all
No,
season.
yeah, we left them. They're
Because
probably
then-
still out there. I
No,
don't
it was
fucking
youth
know.
weekend for kids.
Yeah.
Deer season. I'm like, screw it. It's raining out, pouring, wind was blowing. I'm like, I got to get out
You
in the
went
woods. I went out in the woods with my bow,
Oh,
creeped
that's
around,
right, yeah.
and I pulled every camera we had down in that whole piece in that 3 mile square area. And that's when it seemed like everyone stopped going in that piece on the top of that ridge. And the bucks and the does were coming at night. We had that one really nice 8.
Yep. They're all coming
Coming in off that trail.
same path. Yeah,
and I know where
that's
they're
right.
working now. They're working the backside of that cliff where that deer I shot was heading to.
Yep.
Kept working the backside of that cliff. And that's where I saw a deer last year there.
Yep.
Almost the last day of
There's snow on
rifle.
the ground, yeah.
That I could have almost shot a nice buck, but that didn't happen. Kind of took off.
They left real quick.
Had a bunch of does with him. But yeah, I checked all those trail camera. Then we probably could have made something happen one other time in that cut. It was a pretty decent buck. It was at least a 5 or something like that. That was in that cut a couple times in the evening, where if you got out of work early
I
around
must have
12 or
working.
something like that, you probably could have sit there for a
Right.
good 5 hours and probably got a chance to
Smoked
kill that
one.
deer. Yeah,
I mean, 2 years, or what was it? Yeah, 2 years ago, my old man, I went out with him,
oh yeah,
and he was taking videos of this.
monster.
Racker.
That was
It was
goat.
2 of 'em.
Yeah, those 2 of them. Those
He was
two.
sending me pictures. I was like, they're just laying down in front of him,
Yeah, a good.
150 yards away.
Yeah, right where where
No,
we were filming
it
this
was,
year.
it must have been bow season because I'm.
Yeah,
sure
it was. It was archery because I was.
He would have took a poke.
Did I go in there with you guys? No, I didn't.
No,
No.
you were
I think I was behind my house.
maybe. Your daughter was about to be born.
Oh yeah. Well, no, because it was archery season. Because you sat in the other. Yeah, Heidi was still pregnant. Yeah.
So he was sending me pictures. Like, oh, I got 2 big deer in front of me.
It
And then
came
he
right up
sends me
the
a
trail
picture.
you guys walked
I'm
in
like,
on.
what? He's like, oh, yeah, I was climbing up the tree. I turned around and I saw this deer get up. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, yeah, they just laid right back down. I'm watching them right now. And I'm like, no way. Take a picture. So he sends me a video of him. I'm like, what the shit?
It was a hog too. That freaking deer was a
that
pig.
thing was, yeah. 'cause
Both of them were.
He's been hunting for 40 years.
Yeah.
30 years.
He said that was the biggest deer
Yeah,
he's
he's like
ever
the biggest
seen in his
rack deer
life.
he's
Yeah.
ever seen.
I'm pretty sure that was goat. That big.
I'm sure
that
it
big
was.
frame 8. Yeah.
There's a lot of big bucks in there.
Yeah. But yeah, after we pulled those cameras, there was a couple bucks fighting in that cut, but there was really no activity in that cut whatsoever.
No.
They
I
disappeared
think
from
once
there.
the food leaves,
And this year,
we had acorns everywhere.
yeah. So last
Yeah.
year we had no acorns. Nothing
Yeah.
dropped. Everything pretty much died early in the summer, and there was no feed whatsoever. This past year, different story. You could not step on an acorn in the woods, even if you weren't in an oak ridge. There was
Yeah,
feed
there's
everywhere.
no way to
So the deer did.
pinpoint them.
Yeah.
You can't pinpoint a food source.
Deer had no need to walk around.
Yeah,
It
wake
was
up,
hot too.
shit.
So
eat
yeah,
shit again, and lay it back
they're
down.
gonna stay in those lower pieces.
Right.
Bed down, knock it up, get up, mill around where they're bedding, lay back down. No need for them to walk quarter mile,
Son of a bitch.
go back to the bedding area. Nope.
So this archery season, we were everything that we had kind of set up for deer everything got blown out. So we're like, all right, well, let's just. What did we watch? We were watching.
It was
Dan Infall videos.
Oh, you were okay.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was based off the
And
hunting
public.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, well,
Because they were just hitting random pieces.
Yeah, and I was
just
like,
all right.
you know
Hey,
what?
scouting.
Let's just go, and I know these pieces, and like I've never hunted them really. But
It was just back.
I know
like,
of them, but I'm like, let's just look at a map, find a swampy, find an area where we can go in, and
What?
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing anything. There's a kid
let's
upstairs.
find a spot where we can go in and just pinpoint an area where the deer are gonna be traveling. And it was like me and Nick were over at my house. I was living at my parents' house
Yeah.
because we
yeah,
We
you
knew a
guys,
couple
you
spots
guys
out
had to
there.
move out of the house in New Durham
in the middle
first.
of buying a
Yeah.
house.
Couple spots, a lot of sign.
Yeah,
You just guys went to some old stomping grounds that we used to
Yeah.
hunt back in
Climb
the
that
day.
tree, wait.
yeah. I was
Hot.
like, all right, let's hike in
Wicked
here.
hot.
No one's gonna want to go in here. We hiked all the way back there in the morning. At what 4:30, whatever it was, and we got in there. I'm like, there's no one that's gonna put in the work to go.
No,
like,
That's a
back
hike
here.
too.
Yeah,
Gates closed.
It's a poke.
You
yeah.
can't get in there.
So me and you go in there. I don't know. What was it? 4:30, whatever. Work our way
It was
in.
early.
I stumble across a
Yeah, because I
porcupine.
was duck hunting that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
I
had
was
that
I was filming a duck hunt that day.
That shed, that pond.
Yeah,
was at
that same piece.
Yeah. So Nick was.
I was in there at
filming a duck hunt
Yep.
from Nick's. Nick
Oh,
was
yeah, so
filming-
he
I
was
right
here
at
on
the
a
edge of
shoot.
the swamp.
Yeah.
That's
He-
how close we were.
You said you were hearing
I got
BB's
rained
rain.
on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that
You
was us,
said-
but there was someone in the
There
backside
was
too of
two,
that.
two
But
people shooting.
but when you marked yourself on Google Maps and sent it to me, I'm like, damn, I'm right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're right there. So me and Nick split up, and we go to whatever. It's early morning. Set up. And it's the first cold morning that we
Yeah.
actually had.
It was below
And I
30.
posted on Instagram, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is a killing day
Yeah.
because it's the
You-
first.
the
That
night
was-
before.
That was
Yeah.
just a crapshoot there.
That-
We
it
just
was-
the night before, like, let's
Yeah.
try this spot.
Yeah.
Because we're like, I don't know what to do because this place is blown up because people are hiking in there, doing bear hunting in there, whatever
Yeah,
they're doing.
doing
in there.
whatever.
We got no bucks on camera, so we're gonna go somewhere else. We said, I don't know. We had a couple beers. Yeah, let's go here. Let's try this. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Pick them up. Go there. There's no one there. Walk in.
It was a
Set
long
up.
walk.
Yeah, it was a long walk with a climber on your back. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Plus a backpack. You were
Yeah.
carrying camera gear too. The
Yeah,
camera arm.
gear.
Yeah, that froze up and didn't get anything.
Well,
It
that
didn't
was
freeze up
his
or
camera
anything.
because I had both
Fucking
cameras. I don't know why I took both cameras.
batteries.
I was filming
That
the
would've been
blind at the same time as I was filming ducks coming in.
Yeah.
So I had two different angles. I should have just gave Tyler the camera, but we got that situated now.
Yeah. So I went in, hunted the morning. We were talking back and forth through text. Nothing was going on. Nothing's going on.
I said,
And I said, I'm gonna-
because I couldn't see.
This is 8
Yeah.
o'clock now.
Yeah.
This is
So
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get down by 9, and then either
It was
meet up with
8,
you.
8:50. You text me. 9 o'clock. I'm gonna get down if nothing shows up.
Okay, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
And then
I'm
a
gonna get
couple
down.
minutes
I
later,
knew it was
you go.
because I
I'm
had
like,
to be home
I
at
think
10.
I just smoked one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these deer were working in,
I thought he
and
was
I can
lying
see
to
him
me.
coming in. So this is the first time I've ever worked a camera and also try to shoot at the same time.
It's hard.
So,
It's
yeah,
hard. Just
so-
even working the camera in the tree and, trying to get your bow situated. Like I messed around in the tree
It doesn't
self-filming one
matter.
day.
Like I'm
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter
hard.
if it's a doe, if it's a button buck, if whatever. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, you're just shaking.
shaking,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this. All right, so I get it. So my camera, I don't know if obviously
It
if you've
was
seen the
cold.
video, you haven't, whatever. So.
Yeah.
The camera's up.
Video's up
it's
on
down,
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's up. It's down. It's up. I'm trying to find the deer, but I'm also trying to get my release.
You did
on.
pretty good at the
Yeah.
beginning.
I
At
know.
least you saw
And
me
it's a
come
come
on.
in.
first
My
year.
shit.
Dude.
Yeah,
This is a
I'm
test
like-
trial. This, and plus it wasn't the ideal camera. Like if you had
Yeah.
the camcorder
Yeah.
that we had, you just hit record and let it go.
Right. So
You know
So
what I
what
mean?
came in? It was a spike and a
it was Spike
3.
in the basket
no.
6.
in the basket 6.
Yeah, the
So-
one you shot. Yeah.
The Spike comes in, and I think it's this. I know it's the Spike. I'm like, all right. As it comes in, and as I'm trying to work the camera, it's stomping at me, stomping.
It's looking right at you.
Never blew. He knows I'm there, I think, or he knows something's there. And then so I just kind of play it cool, and so as I'm filming the Spike, the camera beeps, beep, and it goes, and it shuts off. So he looks at me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just leave the camera. At this point, I don't care about the film. I'm just trying to shoot a deer. So
It's tough.
I'm like, all right, well, because it happened to me twice before. Like I was just trying to get some B-roll, like with, like whatever. I'd have it going for a while, and then it would just shut off.
I think that problem was
it's because it's
the
fucking
battery's cold.
Yeah, it's just cold.
It wasn't a great.
They're
camera.
brand new
Yeah.
batteries.
Well, it didn't have to happen when the deer came in. Jesus.
Yeah, so the deer came in right underneath my stand, and I don't know, 5-7 yards. Pulled back on it, poof, right over the bat.
Hey.
Whoop, missed it. Oh, son of a bitch! No way. There's no, because that's the second time I've done that. I was in Illinois hunting one time with my dad, and the deer came in at 13 yards.
Right over
I have
his
my
back.
bins. I have my pins set up for 20, 30, 40.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I only practice at 20, which
I don't-
I should practice at 10 because
That's why I only
sometimes
shoot.
they come that
I shoot
close.
single pin. That's it. I don't.
I
shoot.
know.
I ripped those other 3 pins
Get
off.
those
I'm
the
like,
fuck
fuck
out
those
of
things.
there. Yeah.
So I'm all
So,
done with these 3 pins.
Yeah, well, because when you're in the, like,
Oh, I
I
know.
know
Definitely angles.
if you
and,
have one set for 20, I'm not a dummy. Like, I know to set it low, and then you can hit it 10. But when heat at the moment, you don't think of that shit.
you like put the pin
Put it
on.
on
let's
it.
hit
Yeah, put it on it, like where it is,
Center
on the target
mass,
all the
boom,
time.
done.
Boom, right over the back. Oh, son of a bitch. So it runs off 20 yards. So now it's at 35, 40 yards, whatever.
But it went up a hill.
It went up
So
a
is
hill.
that like you're...
Yeah, so I knock another arrow, and I'm like waiting for a shot, because now they're walking away at this point. So now it kind of takes a turn. I'm like, all right, well, let's try this shit again. Here we go. Boop.
And that's where I got the
Yeah.
text.
Boom. I said,
I think I just
I
smoked
think
one,
I
but...
just smoked one. I think I just smoked one. So I let it. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't say.
said-
I didn't say anything to anybody, because usually as soon as I shoot one, I'm like, first person I call is my dad. Second person I call is my wife, and then I text all my friends.
Yeah.
I didn't say shit to nobody because I
You're
didn't
like,
know.
Shit, whatever.
I know I hit it, but I didn't know if it was gonna be a hit.
And you
yet.
always second guess yourself, like I
Yeah.
didn't hit it.
Oh,
I didn't freaking
it's
hit
back.
it. Yeah.
It's so back.
I just shot over his
Yeah.
back and I just shot under it. I don't know what to do.
It's a gut shot. So I don't know. We let it. What was it, an hour?
Yeah, it was a good hour because
Yeah.
I remember
I
you sent
worked
a
my way
group
to
text
you.
out. You called your dad, I think. Then you sent no, I don't even think you called your dad because you sent a group text out to
Oh,
Nick.
he texted
was-
me. He said,
Nick
"Let me know how
guy.
you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I think I just shot one."
Yeah.
Like, right now is your
So
text.
I work my way over.
Yeah.
I get to him. I go, "Where'd you shoot it?" He goes, "Well, that's my first arrow." I look up. There's his stand. I go, "What'd you do?"
5
He goes,
yards.
right over it. I'm like, "No." And then he shows me
Whoopsie-daisy.
the second arrow, which went right through. I'm like, "Ooh, we'll wait. That's a good one."
Yeah. So Nick shows up. We look for the arrow and follow a blood trail. Blood trail is like nothing you can believe.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah,
It's a good hit.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
We stroll right up, and it's piled up in a pile of logs. 50 yards, maybe,
Yeah. He was down
just like that.
pretty quick.
And
But we waited.
the worst thing that could ever happen was I had to. Where are you going?
This is your story, dude.
I gotta go take another piss.
But anyways, I got busy. This past fall. I did a whole roof on my house and had some other stuff done to the house, paving and trees and stuff like that. So I had no time whatsoever. And it was every time something went down.
You were duck hunting that time, dude.
Well, I was duck hunting, but I had to be back at my house by 10 because I was starting the roof.
Always.
Like I wanted to hike in that spot, film you guys going up to the deer, and it just sucked because I couldn't do that.
It happens. It's life.
Yeah, but
You got shit to do.
it was a crap year for me. Just I planned everything at the wrong time. It's just when money finally came through that I was able to do some things. So yeah, I was definitely a ball buster when it came to that. But yeah, Ty's finally back. He's coming back right now. Nick just left the room.
I'm back in action, people. What is he going home?
I'm having deja vu right now. I don't know why.
We never done a podcast, so you shouldn't have to shout.
I'm like, wait, didn't Nick just leave? But yeah, you guys found that buck. What? You said what? 60 yards from where
Yeah,
you
it
shot
wasn't
it.
far. It was
Yeah.
a blood trail like I would not expect a.
Yeah, because you weren't certain on the shot.
And I'm not a big archery hunter. Like I'm
Yeah.
not a good. I'm not a good guy.
We just do it to kill
time.
time, really,
Yeah,
until
get out in the
rifle
woods.
season, the snow hits.
I don't know.
'Cause that's all
shit
we want.
Really about archery. I have a PSE, and I shoot. I don't care what I shoot for arrows, and
Yeah, it's like
I wish I'd like to get into it more.
I
but
think this
New
year-
Hampshire is just a fucking tough state
Yeah,
to
it is.
hunt. It's not like the Midwest. It's not like
it's just a deer population. It's not as tough. There's a lot of people in New Hampshire and a lot of guys out there that put a lot of time in it, and they are successful every year.
oh yeah, there's some killers.
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna,
they're
we're
just-
gonna have them on here. We're gonna have them on the podcast
In the future, yeah.
there's some killers.
And there's just
I'm
people
not
that
one of
just
them.
that just put some time in. We're just a group of guys that enjoy the sport so much, and it's almost like just 24/7. That's what we think about. We can't go to work and not think about hunting. I know when I'm standing by the mill machine, I'm just sitting there like, man, I could be hunting right now.
Yeah.
Even off season, I'm
What
like,
are those deers doing?
yeah. It's like this is why we're kind of started this live free and hunt thing, was just to talk about what we love to do, and it's nothing for the followers, nothing for that. So it's like we got nothing right now, but here we are doing a podcast because it's something to just
Never even done one before.
yeah, and it's just it's just something to kill the time and talk about all the stories we had, the memories we made,
Yeah.
and just have a good time, drink some beers.
So what happened
Speaking
when I was
about-
outside?
Nothing.
We talked about your deer story.
What?
It's all over.
No.
But
after
yeah,
that?
no, nothing.
No.
We didn't talk about it yet.
Oh.
But
I was even.
yeah, so that's why we really started this, just talk about everything we've done over the years, and
How many fuck ups we've had?
yeah, we're still learning from all the mistakes. I don't think anyone could ever stop learning from the mistakes.
But
they
this
made.
was the year that I've seen the most
Yeah.
in the woods, dude.
Yeah,
and
I was
we'll
pumped.
say
Yeah.
Nick
Usually
hunted
I
off and on
fall asleep
with
and
us.
I don't wake up.
Well,
and
yeah,
everybody
Nick
yells
hunted
at
off
me.
and on with us throughout the years.
This is the
And I
most
wouldn't
time
say
I
he
put in
hunted
the
with
woods.
us.
I
He's
think.
he's pretty much hunted for a while, but this year he really dedicated his time in archery hunting. You had how many close calls did
Well,
you have?
after he got that basket,
Yeah,
dude, I got pumped. I'm like, we gotta find another spot.
I know, I was
we
so
found
busy.
Another one.
I was so busy. You were going out during the middle of the week.
I
You
still
were
gotta
just-
work, dude.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I was
you-
like,
Bitch, I'm going hunt.
I'm just gonna go grab that cut, and I'm
Yeah.
going.
yeah.
out.
So you had that close call, that spike.
After him, the next day, he set me up in a nice spot where we went up in a tree. He was filming.
This was
He's-
old stomping grounds too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was right
I've hunted
above
there
me.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
Couple does came
Secret
in.
spot.
They got spooked.
What was it? They busted you with wind or what?
Dude, I don't know what it was. Like he
he was
saw
like
him
the-
first. Nick, you saw him first, and I was filming, and
I think it was how we were set up because the
It
hill
was-
came down. We were like almost. We were in the
I
tree,
know,
but
we
the
weren't
eye
even moving
level.
around, and you were like, "Hey, oh, there's deer right
I
there."
might have got excited.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I don't think it
It
was.
isn't like you
I've-
grabbed your bow, knocked it out at
No,
the same
I've-
time, hooked your release
I've
up, and
talked with
right
deer,
pulled back.
like-
Here
You
we
don't
go.
know that, Lance.
Yeah, but no, that ain't you.
No,
No, we
You're like,
talked-
"Oh, shit,
I've
what do
talked
I do?"
with deer right in front of me before.
they
and
came down.
Right.
They literally came down. They were 70 yards away, looked straight at us, and then went the other way. I was like, "What the hell happened?" It was just something different that
Then we got down, walked around. I'm like, dude,
We
this
were
spot
right-
is nice.
We were right on that run though. We probably.
So when
If
did
we had a better tree selection, we probably could have been.
was that no? That was a Sunday. So the next
yeah.
weekend I went out there.
You had that spike come in.
Next weekend.
No,
I
it was the
went-
next day, I think.
No, that would have been Monday.
Well, I don't know.
Well, whatever. I went back to that spot.
Yeah,
I set up again, just about dark.
spike rolls in.
This deer comes in. I thought it was a doe. I saw a spike. I'm like, ooh, I texted you.
Ooh.
I go,
It
because you text
sound-
me. You go, yeah, just wait a little bit longer, bud. I go, I'm ready to get down.
Yeah, no.
And I see
hold
him
in
come
there.
out. Ooh. He come in. It's getting darker. I'm like, I can still see him. It's before light.
Yeah,
He wouldn't come around that tree. Tree was right in my way, and that was it.
that was
End
it.
of shooting light. Couldn't get him. I was shaking. I wasn't even drawing back, dude.
Yeah.
Still shaking.
Oh God, it's not even that cold out.
Ty's gonna be so excited.
I love it.
No,
Yeah.
nice spot.
So after that, what happened? You hunted. Guys hunted.
I
Muzzleloader
hunted a
season
couple.
came.
No.
Oh.
You bought a
Reverse.
house, and that was a new
Yeah, that was a game
spot.
changer.
I
right
bought
there.
a house
Then I went out
with
back.
some land.
I helped him first. I moved some furniture, and then I used his backyard.
Yeah. I said, hey, I still got to move a bunch of shit, but you could probably go outside
Go
and
on out
hunt.
there, have
I
fun.
can't get away with hunting right now because
I
got
went
a
out there
lot
with
of
the
shit to do.
climber. Dude, it was mint.
Yeah.
I set up. Once again, right before dark. Doe come in. She busted me.
Yeah.
Blew right at me. Stopped again. Blew again. I was so mad.
And this piece of woods, this was an old area that I used to hunt growing up.
Yeah.
Like growing up, my grandfather, my dad, when my dad still hunted, and my grandfather doesn't go back in this piece anymore. But
It's
still,
a rough
it's
piece
like,
now.
dude, over all the
For
years,
me?
It's so crazy.
we always
like,
jumped deer back here, but I
well,
never got to
know
look
what's
at
crazy is that like you've hunted like these woods. Literally, we've hunted the same woods that you've hunted for however long.
Right.
Your grandfather's hunted for how long?
Oh yeah, for ever
And
yeah,
just so
over
happens
over 25
that
years.
We
Easy.
find a house that's budding
the same
the
piece
same
of
woods, and it's a giant piece of woods. And we've been back to the same
good
place.
clip.
Like I was talking to Lance, he's like, "Oh yeah, you go back here, and there's gonna be like these real thick white birches, and you go back here, and there's another swamp, and you can obviously look at everything on
Google Map, but
Google Maps. But I've actually walked it and hunted it, or before
right.
it was rifle season. I was kind of scouting and hunting at the same time. So I was like, no shit, like this, like he knows what he's talking about. He's like knows where every like pinpoint
Yeah.
is, and he's like, oh, there's always deer right here. There's always deer right here. Or we used to jump deer right
Yeah.
here.
And this was at least 10 years ago because I stopped deer hunting altogether and just was solely
Turkey hunting.
in duck hunting.
Yeah.
In the
that's
fall,
right,
that's all I did was duck hunt. That's all I did. I didn't care for deer hunting. It's just all I wanted to do was kill the geese and ducks.
So
That's all I wanted to do.
I was still moving my shit and obviously trying to get settled in my house. And
I'll help you, bud. I'll come over.
Yeah, so next like,
Hey, do you got your
I'll move
climber
some
though?
stuff.
let me move your couch
in the
and I'm gonna
truck.
go outside and sit by the fucking swamp.
He goes, oh, too bad you don't have your climber. You can go out back. I go, funny thing, bud.
Yeah.
I got it right
Guess
here.
what? I got all my clothes and my climber. I don't know
Bow
how
and
that
everything.
happened. So you go out there, the doe blows at you, whatever. You
It
hunt
was
out there a
nice.
couple.
It was-
One other time you hunted out there, maybe.
Well, the next time that I went out with you, we split up.
Nothing
Yeah.
happened.
Oh,
Yeah, because I hadn't been out. You were telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh, it sounds awesome. I'd love to hunt out there."
dude, your land's
I'd
awesome.
love to hunt out my
Your
backyard.
backyard's sweet.
So
my backyard got posted.
Yeah, that's right.
You know that red and white license plate.
Ooh,
Yeah.
calling out motherfucker. So the next day or the next weekend, or I don't know when it was. When did you kill yours?
That was muzzleloader season. That was a
That was the
second
last-
weekend.
I'd never
Last
bow hunted
weekend
by
in
my
muzzleloader.
house.
But you had that spike come in.
yeah.
And
No,
once
that was
again-
after your deer though.
No, that was before my deer.
Yep.
He had it on camera, and that's why I went out. Because
Oh yeah, that's right.
I took
I forgot
No,
about
because
that.
I said, hey, this is a decent run, and this is the swamp that you saw. The doe blew at you, and it seems like there's a lot of deer activity right here.
So I took
and I
the-
don't know nothing about nothing, but
this is-
there's a lot of deer right here. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
so I took I took that Friday off from work.
Yeah.
I went up to our other spot that we thought was gold.
Yeah.
Walked around.
It was
nothing.
gold. There's a lot of sign though.
I got discouraged, and you guys kept texting me saying, "Hang
Back
in there,
out.
bud."
back out.
Oh,
Back out.
But
Hang
man,
in.
you had so many like.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of deer in there though.
I kept
It is.
because it's like.
And I kept showing
And me
you all
and Ty
these
were
fresh
talking
rubs.
too, and we're like, man, Nick has dedicated some time this year into hunting. Like you were killing it in the woods. You were just going out there anytime you
I'm
could.
doing it.
Yeah, you were hitting the woods, and I'm like, man, he's gonna kill a deer this year. He's got to. It's like there's no way
You're
he
putting
can't.
so much time in, and that's all it is. It's
Yeah,
time
and-
in New Hampshire. That's all it is time in the woods.
and
You
that's
can
the
do your
problem.
homework.
And that's the problem is you
And
either
some-
get discouraged and you stop hunting, or you just keep putting the time in and
Oh,
enjoy
you guys
what you're
helped me
doing.
with that.
Yeah.
Talking me back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
because
just
we'd be
gotta
like-
get out there.
We'd be in a group text and be like, hey, what are y'all doing?
I give the middle finger. I'm
like,
done.
Yeah, I'm like, like I'm working on something, And Ty would be like, yeah, I'm home with the kids. Nick, what are you doing? I'm sitting on the couch. Dude, you need to get in the woods.
No,
what are you
no.
doing?
What the fuck are you
yeah,
doing?
if we were sitting on the couch, we'd be in the woods.
So anyway, that Friday, I got back. I was done. You made me get up the next morning. I go, we're going to hunt. He goes, we'll go out back. Like, he had that nice spike on video that you passed up because of your Pittsburgh trip. I'm like, all right, I'll take that if we get him back in.
Mm-hmm.
What we do? We sat there, heard a couple.
We sat in that same spot that I saw
We heard
him.
some
saw
moving
the spike,
around,
yeah.
crashing around.
Yeah, something behind us. Just fast forward 2 weeks, that same spot. Me and my dad and Alex came in there and jumped one. So I know for sure that was probably a deer that was.
They were
hanging
trolling
out
in there, yeah.
Oh yeah, but nothing happened that morning, and then it was cold. It was the cold morning.
Very cold.
You showed up to my house.
I had 3
And
pairs of pants and my
Dude, your
Yeah.
eyeballs were red.
When I saw the picture, I'm like, man, that guy's
You
bundled up.
fucking tired.
He's got like
No.
3 different flannels
I was
on.
smoked from
I-
the
Oh,
yesterday, the
yeah.
day before.
Yeah.
I
that's right.
said,
You guys went out.
oh yeah, because you took the
Yeah,
day
come
off.
here
Yeah.
at 4, bud. It'd be fun. Oh,
No,
all
yeah, the
right.
sunrise wasn't. I was like,
I'm
I just
in.
want to get out there and settle in, and then let the.
Because you
sun
know what
rise.
happens?
Yeah.
I fall asleep. I stay there. And he texts me. He goes, dude, you should have came. I would have set you up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And guess who gets
Yeah.
the deer? Ty.
me.
Oh, wait. Backtrack on that. The day that Tyler filmed that spike horn on his phone, I was at my daughter's birthday party, and I came home. I had like 45 minutes to hunt.
Oh.
And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to head out back real quick because over the past couple of years I scouted that, and there was deer everywhere back there. I had like 5-6 different bucks on trail camera.
You guys got nice backyards.
Yeah.
I got yellow signs now.
And I'm like, do you know what? I'm just going to go out back, and I get clear through this cut, and I hit this old logging road, and I'm like, do you know what? It's really crunchy in here. I'm just going to sit down. I got freaking 30 minutes till dark, and I'd hate to get back in the woods and hike back in the dark and
Blow something out of
yeah,
there.
definitely. So I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'm going to sit in this rock exactly where I sat there 2 years ago when I missed an 8 during muzzleloader season. So I sit down on this rock, and I'm looking at this blowdown, this big maple blowdown. I see something white. It looked like white went under the blowdown. I'm like, huh, that's weird. Pick up my muzzleloader, zoom in on the blowdown, and I'm like, must have been nothing. I'm thinking it's a coyote. I'm like, nah, it's a coyote back here because I'm always hearing coyotes back there. And then I zoom out and I look up. I see something walk in between the trees and then come into another logging road and stand and look at me, and I see horns. I'm like, holy smokes, that's a buck.
That's not a blow down. That's a goddamn buck.
Ain't no coyote, that's a buck. So I rip up my gun, probably the fastest I ever have.
Here comes
I don't
Happy
know
Lands.
why. I don't know why I rush everything. I feel like I'm duck hunting again. I just pull it up, pull the
Lead it, go.
pull the hammer back, and right when I see the crosshairs on that deer, I pull the trigger, and I think I shot over that deer's back. But I sat out there for another hour in the dark, went back home, grabbed headlamp, a couple flashlights, and was just shining the
Nothing,
woods,
Yeah,
looking for just a drop of blood and
some hair or something.
nothing.
How many of you missed with this muzzleloader?
2,
I
but
think it's time to get rid of this.
do you know what I
muzzleloader.
think? What happened was, opening day of muzzleloader season when I did like 10 miles, when I just kept walking and
Yeah.
walking.
We did the same thing. We
Yeah.
put up miles. Yeah.
And I walked on the edge of that cliff. I remember sliding down a couple times, and I remember hitting the butt of my gun a couple times.
No.
And me didn't think
Shut
of
your
anything
mouth.
of it because
Yeah.
that was the second time to hunt. I just got back from my daughter's birthday party. I'm like, hey, babe, I'm going to hit the woods real quick. She's like, all right. So didn't think anything. Oh, wait, maybe I should sight this gun back in. Maybe I should take a round and just see what it does. But nope, I'm like, jump in the woods.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Center mass.
Yep.
Baby.
Nice.
Aim for
I
the
send
punch.
that
Let's
round
go. Let's go, baby.
And I couldn't find anything. But it was
No
either a
shit.
6 or a 4-pointer or something. It was
Maybe you just got
something
nervous.
decent.
Whatever
I could
it
just
was,
see
it
it.
got away.
I probably should have just waited. I should have waited for the deer to make a
Step
move
out.
to see if,
Yeah.
wait. It knew something was there because I was sitting right next to a rub. I sent you the picture.
Yeah,
You're like, what the
yeah.
heck is that? Turkeys? I said, no, that's a fresh rub right there. And that deer was bedded right there, probably
Son of a
80, 60 yards in front of me, something like that, 70.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to your story. I just had to throw that in that I missed another deer.
He needs a
I
new
stuck
gun.
one with an arrow. Couldn't find it. Missed a buck that same year.
Good season.
Good season. I'm killing it. At least I'm I'm killing the season. I'm eating my tags for dinner. That's
yeah.
all I do.
So me and Nick,
Done that for years.
we're kind of sitting together because I planned on filming. Did I have my gun? Yeah, I had my gun.
You
with
had your
me.
gun because you're like, I'm shooting
Yeah.
anything big,
Whoa.
and I'm
You
not
had the
going to
gun.
Pittsburgh.
This is my issue. Is when I wanted to film and
You wanted to hunt at the same time.
I wanted to hunt at the same time. So next year I'm not going to do that. It's going to be either you're filming or you're hunting.
I definitely enjoy filming a lot. Like,
No,
I
I
want to
enjoy
get.
filming
I
too.
want to get
But you can't do
better.
both
No, you definitely
because
can't.
you miss everything.
That's why I'm always like, do you
if
know
you
what?
can
I'm
keep the
gonna
camera
I'm
rolling
gonna film today.
the whole
yeah.
time, you can get so much.
Having
you
a
can
camera
get so
guy
much
with you in a
shit.
stand, it's so easy.
If I had just a camera when me and you came,
Oh, that would have been the sickest
it would have been
video.
for
Yeah,
New
that would have been a
Hampshire,
good video.
But we
If you've ever heard, I don't know if people might call bullshit on this, but I heard a doe grunt, and it's a
Bleat.
real. No,
It's
it's a grunt.
Grunt.
A grunt, not a bleat, a grunt, not a. Meh. It
Yeah.
was a. Meh, meh. This doe came down. Flash frame. Boop. ch- Go back. Reverse. Me and Nick we're sitting at this. We were sitting at this spot, and then I was like, "All right, it's getting too cold.
Yeah, let's
Nothing's
move around,
happening.
move
let's
around."
move
where
around.
the spike was.
I'm gonna skirt this swamp. There's like 2-3 swamps in a row. I'm gonna skirt these swamps, and then you go out, 600 yards that way, walk
I
that
went
way, and there's a cutout there. We'll meet up.
I jumped one coming through.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it, but I heard him running.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get to the cut. I waited there a little bit, and then I hear more, but it was just you coming down from the swamp.
Yeah.
So I waited, met up with you. I thought you jumped that up, or I jumped that one into you. You said no.
No, I
Well,
didn't see anything.
Just
yeah.
shooting the shit there.
Yeah, we
What
were
happened?
shooting the shit.
There was deers
we
everywhere.
were talking. We were just talking.
He just ripped a butt.
Yeah. We were
Yelling.
talking.
I was pissed because I'm like,
I
there's
said,
nothing
"Hey,
out here
Hey,
again.
you see anything out there?
No.
Nothing ever happened. And he's like, yeah, you hear something? It was the first, or
It was
it
frosty.
was
It
cold.
was crunchy.
It was like a
You could hear
cold
stuff.
day, and it was crunchy. We didn't have any snow yet.
I think Lance was doing his roof that day.
Dude, I did my roof for a month
Whatever,
straight.
bud. You missed
Got
it.
parts back ordered and everything else. Crap. It was a crappy hunt
You
season
missed
for
it.
me. I
Yeah.
could have been out in the woods way more.
So it was crispy leaves. So I hear, and you hear.
And then I see Ty pick up his gun. I
I'm
go, he's
like,
gonna
oh,
get
I
one
don't know.
again, dude.
I'm like, I don't know what it is, because you hear
Well,
squirrels.
yeah,
in-
you just
Yeah.
pick
in
up
the
your gun and
fall-
get ready.
In the fall,
He's
you can hear
looking.
squirrels, and they hop, and you can soon as
You can
hear,
definitely make them out.
as
This
soon
was
as you hear a
not a
couple of
squirrel.
them, you're like, all
This
right,
would have
that's
been
a
a
That
huge
ain't-
squirrel.
squirrel
that's
if it
a deer.
was.
It's like every year you have to like re-educate yourself. Is that a squirrel or is that a deer? Okay, that's a squirrel. That's what they sound like. Okay, we're good now. That's a fucking deer.
Yeah.
So this thing
Definitely.
comes, and I see it go. I pull up on it, in between some trees.
I was like,
All
here
I
we
see
go
is-
again.
All I see is ass. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna blow it. I'm gonna do it. And then I'm like, no, I shouldn't, because I'm waiting. And
Now
I don't know what it is either.
What's you doing? What's Nick doing? Because you
I'm-
got your gun up.
He's got it
Yeah,
up.
he's-
I'm
he's
looking to
right-
see
he's-
what he's got.
He's
So you-
literally 12
And I
yards
couldn't
next
see.
to
And then
me.
I looked to my right. Here comes a doe over the mound.
Yeah, and
And then Ty's like,
well, we could hear it coming.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it comes down and it looks and it's looking at
She
us.
was what?
10 yards, 15 yards,
Just staring at
maybe.
us.
staring right at us.
Looks at Ty, starts stomping. I'm like, we're screwed.
Yeah. So she finally like meanders on a little bit, like 10 yards, blows. Psh. I'm like, all right, well that's it. I mean, that's fine.
I thought we were done
She
for.
caught us. Whatever. Well,
And then I hear to the
No,
right
sir.
of me.
yeah. So I'm like, all right, what happened? I said, hit that. Did
Yeah,
I say?
hey, hit the
No.
gun.
We
No.
I waited.
Oh no.
To the
she-
right of me, there was
she-
something else coming.
Yeah, she blew and kind of went up away, and then all of a sudden you could hear,
You hear more.
footsteps.
I go, there's got to
coming.
be a
I
buck
said,
next to
oh
us. bud."
shit, there's a buck coming.
He
the
looks
next one
over.
is a buck.
And here he comes. Nice rack.
Ooh, it's coming.
It's all thick.
good. It's coming hot.
All thick. And he comes out.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh. Ty looks over me. He makes it. He goes, all right, I'll hit it. I hit my grunt. It's frozen.
Yeah, it goes.
I'm like,
Oh
yeah.
shit!
No. He takes off. He starts going up. I hit it again. It comes out of it. That buck come right around. right out back to that same window.
Followed the same doe.
My
Yeah.
leg's shaking. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is it. I got to do it.
Yeah. Well, because I was like, all right, if
You
he
had a
doesn't
cock
shoot this,
back, didn't you?
then yeah, I had a cock.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
I don't know. You might have ruined your
Yeah.
Pittsburgh trip for that one.
I didn't give a shit. I was like, that's a good deer.
Dude, I
I'm
was
gonna shoot it.
shaking.
Well, it passed by once, and I was like, all right, okay, whatever. It passed by twice.
He just
Fool
turned.
me once.
No, shame on you.
Yeah, no. How's that saying go? Fool me once, fuck me, you too.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, I'm a smoke this deer.
He turned right around once you hit that grunt, and it was on froze.
Yeah, it was on froze.
He came out in that one window, unloaded. Boom.
Go.
I can't see anything. I look at him. I go, hey, Ty, what happened? He goes, oh, no, my eyes were closed. I'm like, what do you mean, dude?
My contacts froze up.
Yeah. I go, did I hit it? He goes, I don't know, reload. I'll go check. He goes up and checks. I can't even get the thing
It
reloaded.
didn't go quite as that. He was like,
I was shaking.
did it go down?
Did I mess up? Did I miss?
down?
I can't see him.
Dude, I had the muzzleloader upside down, rocking it against a rock to get it loaded.
Yeah.
What muzzleloader is that, by the way?
I borrowed my brother's because mine was.
Oh,
junk.
that was an old
an
CVA.
Ultima, yeah.
Oh, Ultima, yeah. That gun was bought in
Ultima.
Walmart in like probably 2009.
The bitch
Let
goes
me
up
tell
and
ya.
it shoots box.
The bore on that thing, I'm pretty sure is rusted.
Yeah, probably.
That's why you can't get the.
No, my other one. My other one's junk.
Okay, was that the one that?
My Thompson's junk.
Yeah, okay, that's what.
So
it
I
is.
grabbed Dan's that he left in my house.
Yeah, that's right.
And that thing was
That's right.
on because I set it in.
Dude, that's awesome. And yeah, so it what it was single lung shot.
Yeah, so he goes up, he finds the blood.
I find some blood and I'm like, all right, it was a definite hit.
Good hit.
But then
Good
he gets
hit.
me nervous. He goes, well, I don't know about it. It's kind of
Sporadic. It doesn't really hit.
Well,
it,
it's a fucking muzzleloader, so
Yeah, it's like- it can go 100 yards and not bleed until all of a sudden
Well,
you
especially if you hit in the
110
lungs.
yards and you're like,
You
holy
don't
shit! All
fucking
right,
know.
there's blood everywhere.
Yeah. So it's like blood. It's good blood, good blood, good blood, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, decent blood. Okay, now we're down to like drops.
Then we're
every
just sitting there
6
looking
yards.
around.
Then we're just like on hands and knees looking around.
I
was
look
like,
down the hill, and
Yeah,
I shoved Ty like 10 foot, dude.
I said,
There's the buck.
well, before
dude.
that, I was like, let's just look
Don't
for the deer
You're right.
because
You guys probably aren't
had
walking much, anyways.
we had decent blood,
But you guys probably aren't walking. You're more like taking a step and you're looking through the woods. It
Yeah.
isn't like you're
Right.
running through the woods, looking up, being like, all right, where's this deer?
Right, yeah.
Instead of tracking the blood.
So he's like, he pushes me. There it is. It's right there. And I was, oh shit!
Nick,
Shot
Nice.
your deer.
me and Ty talked about this. I'm like, so, here's a little tidbit about Nick. No emotions whatsoever. Guy shows no emotions.
I had emotions.
I've seen emotions by him once, but I'm like, man, I hope he cries when he shoots his first deer. I said, this is gonna be the best, and I'm glad Tyler was there to see that. That was awesome.
I was
yeah,
glad
that was so
someone was
sick.
there.
No
yeah.
one cried, but it was like,
You know how
one
much
of those
time I spent in
moments-
the
Yeah.
woods with Ty?
Yeah.
It was one
What
of
a
those
fun
moments
dude.
where you're just like, like soon as like he's like, oh, that's the deer. It was right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like no
It's
one
sick.
took another step. It was just like a man hug.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's like,
oh,
oh, yeah.
congratulations.
It's just like turkey hunting. You just get so jacked up. Like,
We got to get a hold of Lance. He's
Yeah.
doing a roof right
yeah.
now.
Right, yeah.
I was finishing up some stuff. Yeah.
That was a good sixer.
It was a good season. It could have. What was it? A 6?
6-pointer.
It was a good
Broken.
6. I thought it was 7 because it had that little ring hanger right there on the crab claw right there.
It was a 6.
I'm gonna call it a broken 7.
Me too, because I would say it's a
Okay.
broken 7.
Yeah. You know what? I don't care.
We got in the freezer upstairs. You guys want to
If you
check?
guys want to see it, Facebook Live that bitch. You guys tell us what it is.
We sat there for a while.
Had some coffee. I see.
Enjoy it. Nope, that was before that.
Yeah,
It's on the
I
Instagram.
for some reason I took the thermos out.
I was so glad because
That
I was
day-
cold.
Yeah, but you don't even notice that when you get all jacked up on adrenaline.
That was
Yeah.
way before the
it
sixer,
was
dude.
yeah. We were.
That was
what,
like,
the
I'm going to
coffee?
go
No,
back
no,
to
no,
the
no.
truck and go home because
No,
it's cold.
what about the coffee?
We had
the
the
thermos?
coffee up in the
No.
cut.
Well, when you guys, he posted a video. He posted a story
he
on
probably poured
Instagram.
another one.
Yeah, he did. When you were
He had
sitting
nothing-
by the deer with your knife, whirling it around, you're like, huh.
ugh.
nice deer. And, he's over there drinking coffee and
Nice,
filming.
yeah. What are you trying to shoot the kneecaps having
Yeah.
chickeny?
But we couldn't. Dude, he had no time to take the camera out.
No.
With that doe just standing
No,
in front
well,
of
the
us.
doe is
No,
on-
because it
locked
happens.
on.
You know,
me.
like Tyler said, if he didn't have
Yeah.
his gun, the camera would have been rolling.
It would've
That
been
would have been
rolling.
the
And I fucked
sweet.
up.
It would have been
And I
up, but-
apologize, Nick. So
Whatever, I'm
when
good.
you're not
I-
famous, I am sorry because that's my fault.
Hell of a story.
Hell of a story.
Good
No,
time.
that's awesome. Yeah, Nick, man, I was pumped for you.
Yeah, the drag sucked. Even though there's a snowmobile trail right next to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we went
Ty.
in there late season, I'm like, hey, the snowmobile trail's right here. We walked in on it. You're like,
Ah.
wow, this would have been
Wow,
an
that
easier
would have
drag.
been nice. No, let's drag
Just
it all the way
walk back
back
to the house, grab the
It
truck, and
still
go
would
back
have
to
been
the
a long
trail.
drag.
No, it would've been
'cause
better.
I walked that snowmobile trail out with Liam.
Dude.
We went there. I don't know.
You went to the gate?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and we walked all
When
the
me
way.
and Nick,
We walked all the way home because we went out. I want to go.
right,
hunting.
youth weekend, yeah.
No, it wasn't youth weekend. You just.
Oh,
wanted to
so
go
another
hunting.
time, yeah.
It got windy out, and it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I was like, oh,
I'm just saying.
it's
That
going to
would've
take
been
the
better.
same amount of time for us to walk back home and try to be quiet as it is to hit the road and walk the road back
You're
home.
right.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
but the road would take you longer, I think. 'Cause you're doing an L.
No.
You're doing an L. You're walking all the way up to the
I know.
snowmobile trail
but through
to
the
get
brush,
to the road.
through the brush, and through with a kid too.
Right. No, yeah.
Following and holding the gun and whatever. He's like, oh, we can't do that. That's illegal. I was like, what's illegal? You can't walk down the road with a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, bud, we're just hunting. He's like, really?
We're not shooting anything on the road. We're just walking
what
the
you-
road.
It's not the Wild West. We're just walking down the road with a gun. So that was a learning experience, I guess. But yeah, we hunted all the way to that cut, and then he was kind of shivering. I was like, that's
Yeah,
probably
let's head back to the house.
Yeah, let's just get
Probably
head
not
back
dressed
to the
for it
house.
yet. But yeah, that was probably the highlight of our whole year was Nick shooting that
Yeah,
big
that was-
buck. Yeah,
First buck.
I want to say it's a big buck. It's a nice buck.
Yeah.
Anyone would be happy to shoot that buck, no matter who
Yeah,
you
sure,
are. You know,
shit,
if you're
yeah.
a trophy hunter or not. But you'd just be happy just to hunt with your friends and shoot a big deer. That's sweet.
Passed on a spike. Passed on some jakes. Didn't shoot shit. Well, I guess I shot one with my bow, but I don't really count that as.
How do you not count
Yeah,
that?
that was a good one, man.
No, it's a good deer.
What?
Hey, all the time we
No
put it,
disrespect to the deer.
Yeah.
Once again.
but
How was
no,
that
but all the
drag? That
time
was
we put
pretty
in the
easy.
summer and then archery season, it's like, yeah, that deer
yeah,
was well
everything
deserved.
changes, yeah.
And plus, it was a little weight lifted off your shoulders, and you're like, all right, I
Yeah,
can
you don't
kind
have
of
to get
chill out.
meat in the freezer. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's the biggest thing. You get some during archery season, you're like, all right.
Oh man, this is nice. Yeah.
now I can head
Yeah,
hunt
definitely.
kinda, as bad as that sounds, but
Yeah.
shoot a big buck. Guess what I didn't do? Shoot a
Shoot
big
a big
buck.
Yeah. More management, really.
We went up to Pittsburgh for deer camp, which was what we always kind of do.
Yeah. Well, so the past couple years, I went to New York a couple times.
Oh yeah,
This one
yeah.
lodge, and then Ty went up with me another time, and a couple other guys, and then I was having my kid, and Ty went up again with his father and the same guys before, and I couldn't obviously go up, but that was the thing to do. We were having a blast over New York. $100 for a sportsman license. You get a bear, a turkey tag, and a deer tag.
Yeah.
For $100 for a non-resident.
Sign me
Yeah,
up.
that's a smoking deal.
Yeah.
And the guide
Guess what I
service.
pay for fucking a New Hampshire license?
Oh, I pay $170 a year
yes,
for New
horseshit.
Hampshire, and
Not that it's horseshit. It goes to a good cause,
Right.
but whatever.
so you go over to New York, $100, and it was $550 for 4 days of hunting, and the lodge you just buy your own meals.
Yeah.
So pretty much you're in it. What is it? $650 for the lodge and your hunting license. So I feel like that's a pretty good deal for a budget hunter, and you can go over there, have a good time with your buddies, drink beer at night, cook food at night, shoot the shit, go out every morning, sit in a stand, or the guide also puts on some pushes if you're into pushing pieces.
Yeah.
And I shot a buck there, I don't know, 4 years ago.
Did you
nice
find
7. I found it, yeah.
All right,
Dropped
just
it in
checking.
its tracks.
Just checking, bud.
Big
90-yard shot
I didn't know if
Yeah.
you shot over.
on a
It-
ridge.
down.
Then,
That thing
well, the
was
year I
freaking
went,
smoked.
He didn't have his
Nick.
muzzleloader there.
I had a doe tag, and I passed on a doe because I was hoping to shoot a buck. So I passed on a doe, which I should have never passed on a doe because I should have just shot the doe with the doe tag. And so I passed on that deer, And everyone else tagged out besides me and Ty. So we drove back a late night with no deer. Nick, I wish you could have gone, but
no one called.
yeah. But
I probably took that season off.
but what I was getting at was that was the thing to do, is we were just trying to plan a thing to make memories and get with a group of friends and family and go to a hunting spot, deer camp, we called it, obviously. That's what everyone else calls it. So for the past couple of years, Tyler's been doing Pittsburgh. So
Going up there.
yeah, that's what they did last year was Pittsburgh, and this year. And
Walk, and more walk.
yeah. But which was nice was that they had snow. So Tyler was up there for 3 days. He's coming back right now. But he was up there for 3 days. 4 days. Was it a 4-day hunt?
It was 4-day, 5-day. I don't know. I went up there. I can't remember.
Wednesday.
All I know is that I tracked deer
Miles.
in the snow, and they were fucking
Moving. They were looking for does, and they
Chasing.
were just chasing.
hot does.
So the day I went up was a Saturday. Or was it a Sunday? No, it was a Saturday.
Saturday.
So it was a Saturday. I drove up.
So I was hunting Thursday, Friday.
You were coming back
Saturday,
Sunday.
I
I
hunted
hunted Sunday
too.
morning, too.
Yeah, because I wanted to spend the night. Just
Those
couldn't.
bucks were literally chasing.
We did.
They were chasing. I was doing like 12 miles a day.
Yeah, we did 10
And not
miles on
catching up.
Saturday.
I caught up.
I looked
to,
at that GPS. We did 10 miles
I
on
caught up
Saturday.
to 2 deer, like multiple times. The ones that were either lazy or like whatever. Found beds like fresh. I jumped them out of the beds. Other than that, it was cross country. And me and you, when you came
Right.
to Pittsburgh, we got on one track that we got.
Frickin', that was a loop and a half. I don't know where that deer went. He must have jumped in someone
No,
else's tracks.
We
and then,
fucked up on that track bad.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we cut a track from the road, got in there, came to a scrape.
It wasn't even a hit road either. We were the first tracks going. We passed the truck going in,
Yeah.
and then we were still cutting trail because we had fresh snow that night.
Yeah. So we cut a track, went in there, found a fresh scrape with a bed next to it. So I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was money.
that's gotta be a doe bed.
Yeah. And Buck
there's
was
a
hitting it, yeah.
Buck was hitting it. It's gonna be a doe bed that's like hot or whatever. There was a bunch of different tracks coming into it,
Yeah.
and then there was
It's like a Y.
there was a running track out of it though.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Whoa, is a bed there? Is it a buck though? Is it a buck bed?
Bucktail.
Was he laying there?
They got those out there.
the
Corn,
buck
I
though.
don't know.
Yeah. No, was he laying there or like it was the freshest track that we had, and that was the track that we followed out. So we tried following it, and we got turned around somewhere and got too happy.
Yeah.
Too
Definitely.
fucking psyched up and lost the track and ended up just doing
Pretty much did a big loop.
We
Yeah.
just did a big giant loop.
Back
we,
to the truck.
we cut a track.
It was.
Whoa!
It was a
this
huge
is what
loop
happened.
back to the truck.
is we cut a track across the road, and the buck that
On our
we
way
thought
back
we
to
were,
the truck.
the buck that we thought we were on, crossed the road. Well, we assumed we did because it was
Right.
jumping tracks out of that bed. It crossed, heading towards the road.
Yep.
So when we crossed the road, I was like, "All right, it's got to be that. It's got to be that buck." So we got on that buck, crossed 2 rivers.
It was so stupid.
up
That
a
pissed me off
ridge.
all morning.
We followed.
That
this-
bothered me
you
all
know,
morning.
We followed this buck
'Cause it was just a stupid mistake.
It's got to be hot.
Yeah,
Like, it's got to
it's
be a
hot.
hot track.
But
It's
then
gotta
all
be
it was
good.
weird because when we were on that track way back in, we're like, man, this kind of looks old. And then
yeah.
all of a sudden,
It-
as we're going back up the
And it
hill,
would look hot though.
we crossed that river again. I'm like, Ty, I said, I hate to tell you this, but we're going back to the truck. I just a sense of direction. I'm thinking in my head. I'm
Right.
like, we're going back to the truck.
Yeah.
I said, we're gonna cross the road, and you're like, it's getting fresher though, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it is, and I think it's gonna be the fresh track
The
we
same
took this
track
morning.
that we took this morning. So I heard him say that, and I was like, in my head, I'm thinking,
No, it can't be.
You
Don't say that.
cock sucker. Don't say that to me. Sure as shit, we get back to the road, and it is our footsteps in the road.
Yeah.
We took that. It was just a big loop the deer did.
Yeah.
And,
And what the problem was,
We
we had
sucked.
it was deep snow, a lot of powder.
yeah, 14
So you
inches
couldn't
of
even tell.
snow.
Like you could kind of tell what was fresh or not, but
you gotta stick your hand in the track.
Shit, yeah.
To sort it. So that was the first.
That
no,
was the
only
first
day
track
you
we
were up
got
there,
on that day, yeah,
we
on
got up there,
Saturday.
and then we started riding roads, and there was nothing moving.
and we got way back in on
It
this
was
logging road.
off the road. There's nothing moving. And generally, northern New Hampshire, you go up there and drive around, you can see, like, if you're one of the first trucks in the road, you can see fresh tracks.
And as he said,
the road.
One of the first trucks. I can't believe how many hunters are up there.
It
is unbelievable. It's like it feels like opening day of duck season.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy smokes! I can't believe how many people are up here in Pittsburgh because they got snow.
So we got on a couple other roads that we know, and looking for tracks. You can see where people are picking tracks off the road
and just parking and going.
Yeah, just going.
So we couldn't find a thing.
We're like, all right, we're going to go deeper than no one's ever gone. We keep going. And then it comes to like a
shitty road.
A T in the road. And there's one road that goes up, and there's one road that goes down with a gate. I was like, well, I guarantee no one wants to put the footwork in, so let's go.
Sure, shit, with only feet on there.
Yeah, there's nobody's been in there. We went in there, about a mile? 2 miles maybe?
I'd say a mile in until we finally cut that. You're like, all right. It's getting later in the day. It's 11:30. Like
it wasn't a good track.
No, it's like first track we pick. We'll just take it, and it's gonna bring us to more.
Yeah. So we cut that track.
It brings us a mile and a half along this freaking steep ridge.
All the way up.
Yeah.
Straight up the ridge, and it's probably a 2,000 footer.
Yeah, at least.
Isn't a huge mountain.
No. And
but when you're hunting,
you gotta think you got knee deep snow powder, so it's like
sucks.
holy smokes.
So you go in there, and we're hiking, and this thing is just on a V-line.
It's he's just going.
You can tell he's not even with a doe. It's literally him. It's literally just him, and he's going. He's not even chasing a doe, but he is, for whatever reason, going straight up the mountain. Like instead of feeding, there's no clues. Like in regular, if you were tracking a deer, be like, all right. Well, he took a shit. Okay, he might be slowing down.
Right.
Or he took a hard curve.
He rubbed.
He might be slowing down.
Yeah.
He rubbed. He did something. He fed. He's going to lay down.
Yeah.
It was nothing. That. He's just fucking
going and going.
For 6 miles.
And he kept going, and we finally...
All right, or now we're in Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we finally got way back in the woods.
Can I get a blue ribbon, or what are they called? Blue...
What, Canadian beer? I don't know.
It's a blue moon.
Blue moon.
We got to this swamp anyways. We just kept pushing. Well, we weren't even pushing the deer. We were getting close, though. And then we're like, finally, it's getting later in the day. We're about 2 miles back from the truck. And we're like, all right, we gotta head back because it's going to get dark soon. I have to still drive home that night after all day of walking. And then cutting out, I'm pretty sure those buck tracks came down off that mountain where he was heading.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same deer.
They were fresh as hell.
It
and
was
we're like,
fresh as shit. I was like, oh, here we go.
Went right down the old logging road that we were heading down to, going back to the truck.
We were so smoked at the time. We were just like, if it goes down this trail, okay, we're gonna take it.
But
if it doesn't go towards the truck, we're not. I'm letting that bitch go.
That deer cut back and headed away from the truck again, right back to where those other deer were that we first picked up a track. So it didn't work out for us.
There she went.
So that was pretty much the start of tracking this year. We didn't really get no snow down here until last week's deer season here in Rifle.
No good snow. No good
snow. Yeah. You get a squall around here every now and then, especially where you live, Ty.
Yeah.
For some reason, this area always gets snow. But yeah.
But we never had last season. I think when I shot that one right there.
Yeah.
It was it was late season, but we had snow, and that snow held the whole since till March.
Yeah.
It's kind of been on and off.
I was at work, and new snow. The sweetest thing about that deer was that it was we just hunting with old crappy trail cams, nothing special. So none of this ones that send pictures to your phone, or none of the Wi-Fi connected ones. But he had a picture of that buck.
Yeah, come through the day before. I think.
It was the same morning.
Same day?
It was at like 3 in the morning, 3:30 or 4 in the morning, and then it was pretty cool video. It wasn't really a video, but you get the trail cam on video. One? Yeah,
that buck. Yeah.
All right.
And trail cam video. He had it on video, and it shows the deer walking through at 3, then him dragging the deer out at I think 2 in the afternoon or something like that.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, I think it was 11 actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
shot that thing at like 8:30.
Yeah.
It just was a bitch. I tracked it for a couple months.
But it was pretty cool just to see that deer come in the morning, then same deer getting dragged out past the trail cam. It was pretty cool. Definitely was. But other than that, we went back up to the White Mountains. Second week in a rifle.
I didn't know it was tagged out.
Yeah, Nick's tagged out, so he's like, "Yeah, I might bow hunt here and there."
I'm gonna sit back on my couch.
But so Ty and I headed up to the White Mountains. Took this hiking trail way back in, at least a mile and a half in. I wouldn't say way back in, but a mile and a half in, and we finally veered off. No tracks off that hiking trail. We veered off.
Crunchy snow.
Yeah, crunch, and we veered off. Picked up a track.
On that Captain Crunch.
Picked up a track and then took it down into this, just an old track, and we finally took it down into a kind of a swamp, like really thicket. Oh my word, you couldn't even walk through it. And that deer ended up bedding up
You
there.
couldn't see through the shit. It was
that deer
so
bedded
thick.
up there, right along a little brook. It seemed like that's his area, his rubs all over the place, and he ended up getting up, and we ended up jumping him right there. No look at him or anything. Not even a clue that we jumped him. We just found fresh tracks, probably 20, 30 yards off of that bed.
Yep.
He took off, and that's when we started the chase that morning. I looked at my GPS tie, and we did 12 miles that day, the round trip. It was a stupid hike.
I knew on the walk out. I was
Yeah,
like,
it took us.
I don't know if
It took
wanna
us
do
over
this
an
anymore.
hour and a half to walk out So we jumped that deer 4 times. He scraped. It looked like he was eating around, and
well, the thing is,
that was the first time we jumped that deer on that ridge.
That you think
The
that
second
they're
time,
gonna
I'd
do
say.
is like you get on a you. Can you hear me? You get on a pace, right? You get on a deer pace, and you're behind them. So
Right.
you get on a pace and you keep going, and if they don't do anything that you think that they're gonna change behavior, like they
Right.
haven't done anything,
Right.
then you're just gonna assume that they're just gonna keep on going. Like,
Right.
He did that.
He was tired though. He was dragging his feet.
The only time that he gave us a hint is when he went up that ridge and then took a hard.
Oh, he
hard
took
left.
that hard left and hey,
And I
just
was like,
turn.
I was like, all right, he just turned for a reason because he wants to go lay down or he's gonna
Yeah.
do something. Other than that, the whole other time, he was like,
Well, the
he
second
was going through and then he was gonna just lay down.
I want to
So
say
we
the
bumped him out of
second
the bed.
time was another point where he ended up getting on this little doe run, and he ended up branching off and going up this ridge. Remember that? And that's where he made
Yeah.
that scrape, and that's where he busted him again.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, he took that other hard left, and that was the last bed we came to. That was fresh as hell, and we took that track, and you know what? He only really ran 150 yards every time we jumped him, and then would
slowed
stall.
back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really 100% sure what we were. And then the last time, he was easily 200 yards, and he was still running, jumping brooks.
Yeah, the whole time
He was cruising.
I was like, fuck
And then,
this.
We came up on this trail. I looked at my GPS. We were quite a ways from the truck. And it was, now 2 o'clock. Ty was talking about freaking pizza. We didn't bring anything to eat all day.
No, nothing to eat, nothing to drink.
Nothing. I was drinking from a brook.
Well, when the thing jumps for the 4th time, and it's like,
Yeah. And then
I know they say stick with the track.
it's hard, especially that late in the day, though, too. We were beat. But
We're
anyways,
along-
he was
yeah.
heading to a 4,000 footer in the White Mountains, and he was going up that other mountain.
He was
And we're
going
like, hey, we
quick.
can either keep taking this. We got a long walk back to the truck,
Or
though.
we can go to Circle K and get some Irving
Yeah,
pizza.
which Tyler took us all over hell to find pizza, which made me drive an
There you
hour
go, Circle
without
K.
pizza. But
What do
it
you
was
know
good.
about that Circle K pizza.
I had plenty of meat in the fridge. I was tagged out.
You son of a bitch.
But other than that, last day, since we're coming short on time, we got to wrap things up soon here. But last day of rifle season, Tyler and I went out. Yeah, we finally got snow down here in the lake region. Went out. I had this doe and this probably one-year-old come up, and 1.5, and I actually stopped. There was 2 bloody pisses in the snow, and I'm like, oh man.
They get the clap.
Yeah. But I was on a buck track, And I just stopped. It got quiet. Heard a couple sticks break. I'm like, shit, there's something walking over there. So I just waited. I could see a tail flicker through the woods. It came down off the ridge and came right to me. The main doe knew something was up. None of them had horns, which is a shame. But the big doe knew something was up. Had her head right to the ground, smelling, looking up, conscious, ear forward, just like, oh shit, something ain't right here. Finally got within 15 yards, looked up at me. I heard a crack in the back, thinking that there's a buck behind her. So I turned my head real quick to the back. I'm like, oh shit, there's a buck coming down off the ridge. Yeah, blows at me. Still didn't know what I was because just trotted off and sat there for 5 minutes after, and I could hear it blowing in the distance the whole time. Which, even if there was a buck behind it, still wouldn't have got a shot, just blowing the whole time. And I ended up jumping 5 more deer after that over this other ridge. There was just, the problem we had was there was so many tracks in that one area.
It was loaded.
You couldn't even stay on a track because it would get mixed in with probably 4 or 5 other deer. Yeah. And then it's just gone. It's like a bed. It's like a yarding area.
I put that on the Instagram story.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what to do because I was on a walking trail and I cut a track. Okay, that's fine. Oh, all right. This looks like a fresh track. Go in there. Could be yesterday's. Could be, last night's. Whatever. Go in there, and all of a sudden it's blown up with you don't know what.
Right.
It could have been, last night, 2 nights ago.
Right.
And it just tracks everywhere. There's no way to sort it.
None.
And you try to find an exit track, even if you did a circle. There's no
way.
It was like a yarding area almost.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely came to this ridge where it's just like that's all I found. That's where I ended up coming across that doe that came to me. It was just beat up. And do you know what? I walked around that area looking at all the tracks, and I'm like, I can't believe how many tracks are over here. I'm like, should I just sit here? I already had one doe come by me, or that doe and that 1-year-old too that came by me. I'm like, should I just sit here? But I wasn't dressed for it because it was cold that morning. It was freaking cold that morning. It was. I think it was in the single digits. I'm like, shit, it's cold. So I just had my wool on, my wool pants.
Nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. I had a long sleeve underneath because I sweat. I sweat easy. I can get walking in a little bit, and I'm
if you're
freaking
not
hot.
Tracking deer though, if you're gonna sit,
I wasn't dressed for it. But I wanted to because I'm like, I feel like the deer are gonna be all over this ridge. Just the way that the tracks were looking, beds everywhere. I'm like, they're coming back here, and I know it. But other than that, we've had a kick-ass season. We saw a lot of deer hunt behind Tyler's new house. I jumped 4 doe in the rain.
Who had the most
nice
season?
spot?
Yeah. But Nick blew away the season this year. 2 turkeys down in the spring. Yeah. And that nice buck, killer buck. Had a lot of close calls in bow season. And Tyler shot that basket rack 6 just in a new piece. Nice yeah, we'll have to do that European mount soon. But yeah, it's been kick-ass season. We can't wait for this upcoming turkey season. You look over social media, you're already seeing memes. 154 days, 150, whatever it is right now to turkey season. You see it all over the place.
150 already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People already post stuff. I don't know what state that is. It's different for everyone. But
well, I'm probably going to travel this year.
Tracking turkeys?
Yeah, I'll track some turkeys.
So the thing this year, I think.
I don't care.
I know what I'm going to do.
Shake, Hannah.
I'm going to try shooting a bird, my recurve.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just going to. Solely hunt turkeys with a recurve this year.
Cut it out.
Yeah, screw it. I might as well just have some fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a sweet recurve from my grandfather. He got it from a friend, and he's just like, "Here, take this," because he has a couple.
Dude, if we can get us.
Oh yeah.
I know we can get him at 10 yards.
I shot at a turkey once with a bow, and
it'd be sweet to start a little challenge on Instagram or something. It's the recurve challenge where turkey season, you can just go out, have fun, stalking turkeys.
No. I mean, we had that Jakin to what? It had to have been 10 yards.
Oh, yeah. You could have smoked that with a bow, yeah. And he wasn't on the run either. He was like, alarm putting away. So it would be a hard shot walking away from you, but
that same spot a few years ago, I took a shot with a bow.
That's right, in that field.
And
I took a lot of
same spot.
Yep, I took a lot of youth hunters there growing up.
Yeah.
And
they keep coming.
There's a lot of birds in that piece.
I asked the boy. He's excited for next season.
Yeah.
We'll hit it.
Definitely the look for turkey season, which we'll probably talk about in another podcast once we get closer to turkey hunting, is just if you're seeing turkey now during deer season, those turkey aren't going to go anywhere. They're going to be around the same area, but they're going to stick to that piece no matter what.
Yeah, they'll be spread out.
Right. They'll be spread out, but the birds will still be there. So if you're deer hunting, when you deer hunted this past year and you're seeing turkeys in the woods, you're like, all right, they're gonna be here next year. So
Yeah,
we'll talk
obviously
about it in
they're
another
wintering up-
podcast.
They're gonna winter up in there.
Oh yeah,
But
oh yeah,
within the square
yes,
5 miles
yeah.
that you're
They're
in,
gonna be in
you're
there.
gonna hear a gobble.
That's where the trolling comes in handy. But that's for another podcast.
Nailed it.
But yeah, we're wrapping up on time here. It's getting kind of long, getting late. So I don't know if all you guys want to keep listening to us right now.
Probably sound like
But
that.
it's been a blast, guys, and it's been a sweet season. Just starting things up, and I think we're all looking forward to this upcoming hunt season. This new year, I hate to wish away time, but it's coming up.
Christmas is coming quick.
Yeah. So yeah, this podcast being recorded right before Christmas. We're gonna try to get this up online. Pretty short here this weekend.
Yeah, what
I got
is
some
it?
time this weekend.
It is Friday, December 20th. So hopefully it'll be up by when.
I don't know. I'll probably shoot it for tomorrow. It depends on how busy I get with the
Right.
family tomorrow, but I'll probably definitely do some editing tomorrow. So
All right,
it'll
cool.
be sick.
Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. We enjoy sitting around drinking beers and shooting the shit. So it's been a blast. So, well, guys, we'll talk to you later. Nick,
Say bye, Nick.
say bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Bye,
Later,
Nick.
guys.